Hey there, Wargamers! Welcome to today's Warhammer 40k Battle Report. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by Dean, a returning guest, with his Space Wolves, and I'll be playing the Death Guard against them in today's open war battle.
And in the MiniWarGaming Vault, a Castellan of House Raven lays waste to the Astra Militarum of the Cadian planet. They will stand before their planet falls. Check the links down below.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Taking a look at the Death Guard at 2,000 points, we are playing Mortarian's Anvils, our play company. We're running a battalion, keeping it pretty basic. We spend a couple extra command points on the Gifts of Decay, so we'll run 2 additional relics. Leading this, our Warlord will be a Death Guard Demon Prince with wings. He is going to have a sword, mace here. We'll stand in as that though. And he's gonna have the Gloaming Bloat Warlord trait as well as the Warp Insect Hive. Helping out with command, we have a Lord of Virulence with the Plague Skull of Glothilla as an extra artifact on him, as well as a Malignant Plague Caster with Rotten Constitution because we wanted to make him Plague Chosen. Troop choices, a couple of near identical Plague Marine units. I just filled out their war gear randomly with a few extra points I had left over, but generally, champions have Plasma Pistol, Plasma Gun, Power Fist on the one, and then a Melt-A-Gun in each squad, as well as the Plague Flail. They're going to be riding in a Rhino. We'll also have 2 units of 10 Poxwalkers to fill out the rest of the troop choices. Elites, we've got Terminators. 2 units of 3 Death Shroud, 1 unit of 5 Blight Lords. The Blight Lords will have a Blight Launcher and a Flail. Ignore all the Combi Melta on them, that's illegal now. And fast attacks will finish this off. 2 units of Bloat Drones with Flesh Mowers, and a unit of 2 Mephitic Blight Haulers. Love these little guys, and I wanted to try and shy away from Plague Burst Crawlers with this list. But that's it for the Death Guard. Let's go take a look at the Vilka Fenrica.
Right, so I'm running a battalion for my Space Wolves. I have used 1 CP for Thane of the Retinue to give an additional relic to my Rim Priest. They are led by Ragnar Blackmane in all his glory, as well as a Rim Priest. For my troop choice, I've got a squad of Assault Intercessors, all armed with bolt pistols, 2 squads of Blood Claws, armed with Astarte Chainswords, whereas 1 pack leader is armed with a Power Sword. I've got a squad of Intercessors armed with Assault Intercessor Bolt Rifles, and the pack leader has a Chainsword. My elite choice, I have a squad of Blade Guard Veteran. The squad leader, the pack leader, has a Neo Volkite gun, and a Redemptor Dread, who is what you see is WYSIWYG. My fast attack choice, I've got an Outrider squad and Thunderwolf Cav, all armed with Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. As for my heavy support, I've got a squad of Eradicators and a squad of Longfangs. The Longfangs are armed with las cannons. With regards to my dedicated transport, I've got an Impulsor. I know it's Ravenwing, but he's currently on loan as the Space Wolves Impulsor is in the shop. And I've got 2 Razorbacks, both armed with las cannons.
Now let's go take a look at the mission that Dean and I have pulled up here. So I like to show off this open war format just to give people out there the option to play different games of Warhammer 40k if you kind of get bored of the constant Eternal War missions where you're, scoring every turn, secondaries, which is a great balanced way to play the game. But sometimes, you want to play old school and you want to kind of all over the place format. So this is ripped right from Legion. There are 3 categories. There's deployments, there are objectives, and there are twists. We are always going to play the leftmost column. We've already rolled off, and Dean will be banning the first card. These remain hidden. We just like to play with them hidden, just find it a little more fun. And the way this works is if either one of us don't like these cards, we can ban or pass. If we ban, for example, we flip it over, and we would flip over the next one, and then we play that deployment with that objective and that twist. That's how it ends up. But with 2 bans each, 4 of these cards could be removed. So we are going to show you what it looks like. So currently we have this deployment with that objective and this twist, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Maybe you guys want some insight into the thought process on it. So Dean's liking all of these because domination is a classic. Just hold more objectives, kill more things, and we're both pretty. We could both accomplish that. So he's okay to pass. The deployment's a little weird. I'm honestly banning it because I'm lazy and I don't want to do the math on it. I want a more basic deployment. Okay, so we got, that is Hammer and Anvil. Ooh, where's that Dawn of War? That's Hammer and Anvil. It's Hammer and Anvil. So it's more like this, technically. So Dean is going to opt to actually just ban Domination, just to see what the next one is. Boop. And instead, the problem is we don't know what it is. So it could be in his favor, it could be in my favor. Oh, it's the objective drop. So there's like something falling from the sky that we have to control, but we don't. It moves every turn, and one of us gets to control this. Or I'll zone in on it a little bit for you guys. So this is only one objective. It goes in the center and it deviates 2d6 every turn.
Oh, that could be fun. Could be fun.
That'd be a little more fun. So it'll be a lot more scrapping in the middle as opposed to fighting all over the place.
Yeah.
I have one more ban. I think I'm gonna pass. That's it for the bans. I like Invigorate. As Death Guard, I really like Invigorate. It's good for the Space Wolves as well. And I like the basic kind of deployment. And the objective's fun. And why not just keep it? But I'm sure people are curious what the other twist could have been. So we could have had Exhausted. So -1 strength for everyone. And then we could have had Unrelenting Turmoil. It would have been 2 more. I would have drew 2 more twists. And I just added them to this one. So we got Invigorated, Objective Drop, and that. I'm curious what the next objective would have been. Take and Hold. Okay. If anyone was curious what the next deployment was, it was freaking Ambush. I hate Ambush. The mission that Dean and I had come up with is Objective Drop. Hurtling down through the atmosphere comes a vital objective of great value. Or a drop pod. Or anything, really. Whatever the case, it must be yours. There will be an objective directly in the center of the battlefield. And at the start of every battle round, both players will roll off. The winner can move the objective d6 inches. You must move it the full distance, and you can choose to leave it where it is. And then, starting from the 3rd battle round, it gets close enough to the ground that a player will score a victory point if they control the objective at the end of their command phase. In addition, you'll score 2 victory points if they control the objective at the end of the battle. Whoever has the most victory points at the end wins. This is all that matters. It's going to be a hammer and anvil style deployment. And the twist is both of our forces are energized and eager. They are quick to join the fray. We're going to add 1 to our move characteristics of all models and 1 to advance and charge rolls. Good for both forces. Taking a look at the table, closer look, the objective is actually on the ground floor. And again, it's just to represent where the drop is coming in. It will move every battle round. I mean, it might move every battle round. The objective is one of my taco cats from TNT Laserworks. And the map here, one of my favorites for the layout of the roads, is from P-Work War Games. And, well, all the ruined buildings and, well, structured buildings are from Greenleaf Terrain as well, all custom made by Adam. And then we have a bunch of Games Workshop kits that have all been broken up and destroyed and melted and scattered about the table and painted up. Just old models we haven't used in years, so threw them on the table. I want to remind our Silver Vault members that they have access to a lot of discount codes for a lot of model companies, hobby supplies, terrain. It's well over 40 at this point. So if you want to check it out, just go to the Vault section on the website or go to the description down below to click on a link, or miniwargaming.com/silverdiscount will redirect you to where you need to be. Dean and I are going to go ahead and roll off, pick our size, deploy our forces, and we're going to start this game. Voila, all deployed. I got the roll off. I chose this side. I deployed first. I am going to have my Lord of Virulence and the Blight Lords teleporting in reserves, and I put both my Plague Marines in the 1 Rhino. We have a Bloat Drone on the flank, Death Guard, Death Shroud Terminators providing bodyguard for the Demon Prince there in the middle. We have more Death Shroud near the Malignant Plaguecaster. They're on the upper level only for the camera purpose. They're actually going to be down below. It'll be the same move just to get out, just because they're right up against the wall. Poxwalkers behind the terrain, the Obscuring. More Poxwalkers there with the Mephitic Blight Haulers. And this is the Rhino with the 2 units of Plague Marines in it. And then we have our Bloat Drone on the far left flank, because I like to flank with them quite a bit. And on to the Space Wolf deployment. What do we got here, Dean?
We've got the first squad of intercessors of the assault bolt guns over here. Behind them, we've got the assault intercessors. Leading up the front, bringing up the front, we've got the Thunderwolf Cav. Raggy in the Impulsor behind them. Inside the Impulsor with the Raggy are the Blade Guard veterans.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and then we've got the first Razorback with the 1 squad of Blood Claws in it. Next, we've got our Redemptor Dread and the Rune Priest running together. We've got the next Razorback with the other squad of Blood Claws in it. Up at the top, we've got our Long Fangs with the Las Cannons. Then over here on the side, we've got the Eradicators and the Outriders.
Nothing's using the Cunning of the Wolf. Nothing's.
Nope, nothing for Cunning of the Wolf.
Oh, yeah, the Assault Intercessors back here.
Yes,
okay.
Assault Intercessors back there.
Gotcha. So that's what we have for deployment. Death Guard about to score off against the Wolves of Fenris over here. We got the objective in the middle. We're going to roll off, and the winner must go first. We're going to use the match play variant here. Naturally, I needed to get a die. I got 6. Ooh. 5. Okay, well, it will be Death Guard turn 1. Yeah. I don't really want to go first. I actually want to go second, but yeah, whatever. We'll go with it. Using this counter from Bandua War Games, I'm going to go up to 10 command points. I was at 9 because I spent 3 on a couple of artifacts and a couple of, or the one warlord trait. Though I kind of probably should have put a warlord trait in my Lord of Virulence. I don't need it, but maybe I did. We'll find it. Of course, the Space Wolf dice will represent the Space Wolf command points over there. All right, Dean, we have to roll off for this objective now. Starting at the start of the battle round, I get a 5. The winner can move it to 5.
5.
I gotta see if there's anything on a draw. If not, I roll a 2. Ooh. A 2! Okay. Well, I'm gonna get a 2. Okay. What are the odds? 6! 5. Okay, I'm gonna go double check to see if draws matter. If not, I will be moving it 2 inches. There's nothing for draws, so the winner must move it 2 inches. We're just gonna go bloop to there. Just come a little bit closer to my forces. And again, you can't start scoring until the third battle round because it's like way above the battlefield still. But we can see it dropping, and we know where to kind of position ourselves. And you score at the end of your command phase too, so you have to get into position the previous turn. And proper command phase stuff, I got nothing. We're gonna go right on to movement. Now when it comes to movement, I think I wanna just keep these guys over here. We're not gonna be too ambitious with them. We're gonna go ahead. There's not gonna be a lot of shooting in my first turn, it's just gonna be repositioning. The Poxwalkers are going to advance and get +1 to this, so they get to go up to 5 more inches on top of their 4. We're not gonna really commit too far. We're just gonna go with them to about up to this position. I'm not too sure what my... Well, they're usually good for like cheap little objective holding. I would have liked the domination map for these guys, or the mission for these guys, but you never know. Maybe they'll plink out some more wounds here and there, do some damage, one way or another. So they move 5 plus the 5. They could go further, but that's okay for them. We're gonna go with the Bloatrone, who moves 11 because of the twist, plus a 4, so it goes up to 15 inches, I guess. I'm gonna take this Bloatrone, buzz, buzz, buzz. We just wanna go to right there. We don't wanna get shot at by too much stuff. We're just gonna go, I'm gonna go right here actually. I wanna be protected by the building. And then we're gonna advance all this stuff, but we're not really gonna do too much with it. We're gonna have you go there. We're gonna have you guys advance. They have more than enough movement just to move up here. And then we're gonna have the Rhino move forward as well. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Again, I didn't want to go first, so I can't pop out and do a bunch of damage. That's gonna shuffle my things a little bit closer is all I can do really. Then from over here, this Bloatrone that moves 11, I'm gonna try my best to say it out loud every time so I don't forget. Plus 5, we'll go 16-inch move. Actually, I'm gonna use a stratagem on this one now that Yeah, I'm gonna use a Flash Outbreak on this guy to give him a contagion aura that the Death Guard Demon Prince has, which is Glowing Blow, so no rerolls of hit or wound rolls against him, and we're gonna be aggressive with him. I cost 2 command points, so it also increases the range of that aura by 1. I'll go down to 8 with that Flash Outbreak. I forgot I was gonna be aggressive with him. We're gonna go, boop, 16 inches to right here. I'm putting him kind of close to enemy lines, but with no rerolls against him, hopefully that helps him out a little bit. Maybe it won't. And then over here, all this stuff in the building. Let's go with the Poxwalkers advancing. They'll go 1, sure. So they'll go up to 6, but they're gonna have to go over that, some of them, so I'm not really too concerned about it. They're just gonna go over here. Yeah, I think I'll just go right there with them. And then, the Death Shroud. Well, I gotta expose something at some point if I wanna make a push for that objective, especially on turn 3. We are gonna advance the Death Shroud. They go 6 currently, plus 6, so they go up to 12 inches. They'll stay there, and we're gonna advance the Plaguecaster, who will go a similar distance, plus 5, so he goes 9. Right? Because he moves 6 now? Yeah, no, that's 11. Everything's so much faster. They could have gone a little bit further forward, but I don't want to commit them too far without, and then leave the Plaguecaster behind if he rolled poorly. And again, we're keeping them all back there. I should go over the psychic powers on my characters. Miasma of Pestilence on the Demon Prince, Curse of Leper, and Gift of Contagion on the Plaguecaster. That is it. We're going to go on to the psychic phase now. We are going to start with a Miasma of Pestilence from the Demon Prince. We got it with a 7. I don't think the Rune Priest is within 24 of him. I guess no, because he'd be at his line. I'm actually behind the line with him, so
yeah,
there'd be no way. Let's go ahead and throw that Miasma down on them, and that is the end of my turn. I have not a single shot to do, and we're just kind of lumbering towards the objective. We're going to go on to Space Wolves, turn 1. wolves will go up to 12 command points.
The long claws.
Nothing to do with the command phase, just going right to... Do you want to do bestial nature on anyone or no?
At this moment, not yet.
Okay, so we're just going to advance the long claws. Long fangs.
The long fangs.
The
12.
long fangs. Up to 12. Yeah, they're
No, 13.
14.
14.
Yeah, they go
Ooh.
14. They move 7 now, and they just roll the 7 on the advance roll. It's going to be hard to remember that. So if we, like, for anyone watching, if we miss, like, an extra move here or there, it's going to probably happen. They're going to scale to the top of the building, and they're going to take an elevated position. That's subtracting 6 from the move as they scale the building. Alrighty. So the Eradicator's advancing up to 2, so they go 8 inches.
8 inches.
Up to 8. Ending there in that position. Dreadnought Redemptor moves 9. We're not going to advance him because he wants to fire some of his onslaught stuff. So he's going to go up and around the corner. Boop. So that way he can see some Death Shroud Turbinators. Priest will go 7.
Not advance him, but he'll be still within.
Get some lookouts over there. So the Thunderwolf Cavalry are advancing an extra 4 inches on top of their 11.
15.
Yeah, they go 15-inch move. I figured if I was aggressive with him, I'd lure out some Thunderwolf Cavalry. We'll see, we'll see.
See advance.
Advancing the Assault Intercessors. What do we get back there?
10
3.
inch.
So they go an extra 4. They go 11 inches because they move 7.
Yes,
it's going to be hard to do. It's going to be it's so different than what we're used to. And forward they go for the All-Father.
For the old.
And that's where they end up. What about, what's next?
The intercessors. Let's advance them as well.
Extra 2. Okay, so they go 9. Going to go around the sandbags, which are difficult terrain, I believe the trait is called. I apologize if I get any terminology wrong here. Anyway, I played what I feel like is 32 games of Horus Heresy last week, and it's been a bit since I played 40k.
So that's...
We got 2 Razorbacks here. They move normally 12, I think, so 13.
I don't
No need to really advance.
Advance.
Up there. So the one Razorback ends there, the other one zips up and around the Outriders. Are the Outriders just going to stay there, or do they want to move first to get in front of it?
Let me move them first. Sorry.
Yeah, you can just leave it there.
Leave
and then,
it, yeah.
just leave it there. And
So
then
I
move
got
past it.
14 normally.
Oh gosh, so 15 now. Zip zap. So fast.
Yeah.
Coming to the side of the table. So Razorback then moves there after the Outriders end up in this position with bolt rifles trained down at the enemies. And from the Outriders, we come way over here to the Impulsor, who was 15 now because he's zippity fast. And we could go, so from the back of the base to the back of the base, he's going to take up this position behind this obscuring ruins with Ragnar and the Blade Guard veterans inside. The Wolf Guard protecting the Wolf Lord. That will be the final move. We have the Rune Priest now in the Psychic phase. So we're going to just, before we go into the Psychic phase, we're going to move the Rune Priest back a little bit outside of denial range. And we're moving the Razorback a tad bit as well, just to provide lookouts or continue lookouts there. So we have 2 powers to cast here. What's the first one?
The one we're going to cast at the moment is Stormcaller.
Yeah, light cover for those space wolves nearby. We got a 4 and a... Oh, that's an
11.
11. I have no way to stop it, so Stormcaller goes off.
Yep.
And we're not going to cast any other powers with him yet because no need. They won't do anything. No. What's the other power he knows?
He's got 2 other powers. We've got Standard Smite, and then he's got Living Lightning and Stormcaller.
Living Lightning and Stormcaller. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So that'll provide cover for the Redemptor and the Razorback right there as they're within 6 of them. Do you want to do the 2 command point stratagem to give -1 to hit to those units as well after casting a psychic power, or no?
Oh, with the Living Storm.
Ooh, I think it's called Living Storm. I can't remember the name of the
Something
stratagem.
along the line.
It's cloaked by the storm. It's 2 command points, and he manipulates the elements about him, using the magics of Fenris to do so, and providing them with -1 to hit as well as light cover.
He's not a witch.
It's not a witch. That'll bring the Space Wolves down to 10. And then we're on to the shooting phase. Where do you want to begin? Over here.
Yeah, let's go with my Outriders first.
With their twin bolt rifles, what are they firing at?
So normally they've got 2 shots each, but they're within rapid fire range, so that's 4 shots each, so you look at 12 shots.
We're going
Just from the bikes into the Poxwalkers.
Poxwalkers, all right. Well, they can survive it, baby. 3s to hit and 4s to wound.
3s.
The Poxwalkers are toughness 4, so it's 4s to hurt them.
4s.
And we got, wow, an amazing roll. Only 1 fail. That's 6 wounds. They have a roll called Unending
AP
Horde.
-1.
Yeah, they only have a 7-up save. They have no armor really against this, so Unending Horde gives them a 6-up to ignore damage. So one of them is just going to shrug off the damage, and then 5 do get gunned down. You're going to lose. I would hit the building. I'll fix that, and I take these 5. I'll leave those 5 right there. Next up, the Razorback firing into the Fed of Blowdrum. Las cannons. Oh, pair of 1s.
Pair of 1s, CP1.
You want to reroll one?
Yep.
Hit roll, reroll, down to 9. You got a hit, and it wounds on a 3, because I'm only T7. That is a wound. And I got a demonic save of 5+, which, I will make. Boom, right off his otherworldly nature. That brings the Space Wolves down to 9 after the command point reroll and the hit roll. We have 1 Melter Rifle, Assault 1. Total Obliteration will not come into play here because, well, they advanced. That's a hit. And it wounds on a 3. Yes. Demon save!
Oh, come on.
You can't hurt me. The Death Guard. This could be one of those games. And then we have the other Razorback firing the Twin Las Cannon into the Blight Lords. Hitting on 4s. Doesn't matter. Got a miasma up. And these wound on 3s because I'm toughness 5. Ooh, a 1. Okay, well, they have Cataphractii plates, so they have a 4+ invulnerable save. Ooh. Damage for Dean this day. Well, miasma didn't really help them.
Okay.
It's good to be one of those games.
It's going to be one of those games.
It's going to be one of those games. Did you pay for the Stormbolters on them? These are like the studio ones.
No, there was no Stormbolters on
No
them.
Stormbolters?
It's 2,000 points on the dot.
There we go.
Yeah.
That one's got a radar on it now. Some sort of device. Look at that, fixed, no Stormbolters. All right, we have the Redemptor Dreadnought up next. What are the targets?
All into the Blight Lord Terminators.
Alrighty. So the heavy onslaught first, on 4s, because I'm -1 to hit, but there was no 3, so it didn't matter. These are going to wound on 3s. Okay, not bad. 7 wounding hits were in the Devastator Doctrine, so they're AP2. I have a 2-up save that goes to a 4+ save because I have no cover there. So, ooh, that's a bad roll. I'm going to lose 1 and almost another one, too. Regular onslaught on 3 or 4s. Only strength 5, so it is wounding on 4s. We have 3 wounds, also at AP2, which is going to do 2 more damage. So I'm at 6 damage, so 2 of them are dead. Or actually, I'm at 7 damage. Still 2 of them are dead. The Stormbolters, there should be 2 of them, so 1 more Stormbolter, yeah. So they both hit on the first one. The second Stormbolter, 1 miss. And 5s to hurt.
Come on.
We lose. Oh, we have a wound. 2-up save. Well, they both passed. There you go. I was going to say one of them was a drop die, but they're all both good. Finally, heavy D3 from the rocket pod. 3 shots. Ooh. Are 4s to hit. And these are 3s to wound. Oh, both wound.
Both wound.
Should be AP1 normally.
Correct.
So I make 1, fail 1. It's 2 damage, but Disgust and Resilient reduces it to 1 damage. All right, well, we're going to lose those 2. And we have a single wound left on the Champion. That's about it that could fire, just because as much as this is obscuring, there's actually a solid wall on that side that's blocking all line of sight over there anyways. And they advanced, but they have assault weapons, but they can't see through this. They advanced. So I think we're on to charging.
Charge o'clock. Thunderwolves charging your
Bloat drone.
Bloat drone. Flying Gardener.
Yep, 7
inches.
8 inches actually instead of the 7, but they go right around him. Just boop,
Yep.
boop.
He done.
And just going over here, not charging with the Outriders because the Bloat drone can heroically intervene. It also puts the Outriders in a position just to get hit by everything else around here as well. So we're going to go right on to fighting with the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They have 3 attacks apiece because of Shock Assault, except for the Pack Leader, who will have a 4th attack because he just has an extra one inherently. So it's going to be 13 attacks. We're on this bigger open area here. They're hitting on 4s, normally -1, but they are Space Wolves. They get +1 to hit on the charge. First round of combat. So these are 3s to hit, and then you could
do the Pack
it's
Leader.
The Pack Leader, the same weapon. Might as well throw them in there as well. Okay, so we only actually have so there's no re-rolling against them. You're not allowed to re-roll. So 3 misses, and these are 3s to wound with Thunderhammers. Ooh, no re-rolling either.
Yep.
Because of Gloaming Bloat. Or because of Flash Outbreak, he's got Gloaming Bloat. So 4 wounding hits that are AP2. I only have a 5-up save against it either way, demonic or armor. I'm going to make, none of them.
Oh, does he explode?
He's not dead. These are only 2 damage each. He's
no.
got 1 wound left. I might re-roll. I'm going to command point re-roll one of these. Okay, no, he still takes it. Damn. Okay, well, that wasn't in my math. We're down to 7 there. And then we have the Thunderwolf attacks. The Wolf attacks from the Wolves. These are hitting on 2s because they get +1 to hit. And I have no negatives. Oh, we got a handful of 1s. 5s to wound. He's only got 1 wound left. He should be dead on this with how well the Thunderwolves went. 2 of them, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to pat. Ah, there he is.
There he
He's dead.
goes.
He's
There he
dead.
goes.
Does he explode?
Don't know.
Yes. That was part of the plan. That is 1 mortal wound to the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They're too far away. So
And first blood.
And first blood. 3 wounds left, and they can consolidate 4 because they have that special. I can't remember, Swift Attack, Swift Killers. They get to consolidate a little bit further on Thunderwolves.
Yep.
Taking up that position after consolidation. That is it for the turn. I have no morale to do on the Poxwalkers because they automatically pass all morale checks. And this will go away now. Boop. Second battle round. Boop. We're going to go up to 2 command points, and the Space Wolves are in the tactical doctrine for now. Oh, we have to roll for this objective to see who gets to move it. I got a 1 this time. That's not ideal. Ooh, 6 for the wolf. So it deviates this way, and then the wind or whatever force takes it that way. Assuming. And you. Oh, 11! So it must go 11, and you choose the direction it goes in. It's going to go to underneath the Razorback. That's where it'll land. And then you'll score that in the 3rd battle round. So I have to get something over there. That's bad position for it to be.
Excellent.
I might just let the Space Wolves get this initial point here while I try to slowly push towards it. I'm gonna spend a command point in my command phase for a stratagem called the Dead Walk again. That's for the Poxwalkers. I roll 7d6 for this unit. It's only once per game per unit, so I can only do it once again on that unit over there. And then for every 3+ I roll, I add a destroyed Poxwalker back to the unit. Once. So I get 6 back, but I only lost 5, so 5 come back. I'm just gonna put them to there. I honestly have no idea what I want to do with it. There's no real great maneuvers for them, if I'm to be honest. Like, that's not a great charge for them. Can't get back here with them, so a little tough.
The dice have betrayed you.
We're gonna be aggressive with the Death Shroud. We'll move you to right there. Get some cover for you if you fail your charge. Not gonna advance you, just moving 6. Well, there's not many options. I could have you hide back here, but I'm not gonna draw the fire I want to draw with you, so you're gonna end up moving there. We got to deal with the Eradicators, so we're gonna have you guys move here. This thing's so fidgety; it just slides around on the center. We'll have you move first, stay an inch away from them. Yeah, I'll just move them there. I can't prevent them from piling into them, but I'm probably gonna charge them anyways, realistically. And then you'll charge them as well, just to, I don't know, take some hits. Not ideal, not ideal. We're gonna move the Foul Blightspawn next. So he moves 6 + 6, so you go 12. We're not gonna go that far with him. We're just gonna go to there and then get him in range of the Eradicators, see if he can do some work on them. And we gotta figure out the rest of our stuffs here. Demon Prince takes to the skies with an 11-inch move and will end there. And then we're gonna see what we can do with these Death Shroud. They're gonna have to go up and over the wrecked Predator. Going up and over and across, they lose 3 inches of movement, but they are ending there. It's not great, but we'll see if they get lucky with the charge. Blade Caster, advancing, pretty far. We're just gonna go to about here, and then we're gonna move these lads to about here. Because actually, I need them to go there, because they need to shoot. Even though the Redemptor and all that are -1 to hit, better cover, he's a massive threat to Death Guard. His weapons are great at anti-Death Guard, so we're gonna have you move more to there, just to get some lookouts there going. But I still want your psychic powers to the Thunderwolf. And then from there, we're gonna have the Rhino just move up to that position. Be another wave for later. And then we're gonna advance the Poxwalkers, an additional 6 on top of their move of 5. I'll take up the position behind the Rhino there. That'll be it for the basic movement. We have our reinforcements to bring in, our Lord of Virulence and Blight Lords. We're just gonna push up the middle and see what that can get us. So we have our Lord of Virulence. He's going to go back a little bit there. He's going to land there. The Death Shroud are going to end up there, more than 9 inches away from those Space Wolf units, pushing up the middle. And we're going to go into the Psychic phase. And we are going to start with the Plaguecaster. Start with Curse of the Leper, which will be hitting the Thunderwolf Cavalry. Oof. Well, I'm going to re-roll that with a command point. I'm going to go down to 6. And we got a 7 instead. That's more ideal. All right, so the Rune Priest is in range to deny. He has a runic weapon, so he gets a +1 to this roll. Ooh, does not get it.
+6 +1.
You have to roll a 7 naturally,
yeah.
Gives him the command point, re-roll the whole thing. No, same result. Oh, so we both lose a command point there.
Yep, for now.
The Wolves are down to 8, I'm down to 6. The Demon Prince is in range to lower their toughness, because it's the second battle round with the Contagion. And how this works is I roll 7 dice. For every roll that is higher than their current toughness, they'll suffer a mortal wound. I roll 2 4s, so the rest don't do more. So they take 2 mortal wounds. This guy's down to 1.
Yep.
But I rolled a 7 or more on the cast of that spell, and they're the nearest within 12, so they'll suffer an additional mortal wound. And that will finish off that Thunderwolf Cavalry.
So, yeah.
Then we're just going to go ahead and smite. Well, we got it, but not the big version. So no more denies. It's D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds. One of those Thunderwolves are down to 1. But are you down to 1? And the Demon Prince will attempt to put Miasma on himself. Can't re-roll it. That is that. He fails. That is going to bring us to the shooting phase. The first one I'm going to start out with will be way over here on the foul blight spawn, putting his muculent broth, churning it out of his gut through the little device on his back into them. It's 12-inch range, and I just moved him to be within 12 of them. So let's see what we got. He does have the, I think I may have forgotten it, but I did do the upgrade to make it re-rollable and make it strength 8. It's called Deadly Pathogen. So it's D6 shots. It's 5 shots that'll automatically hit because it's a flamer type weapon.
Oh, man.
And these wound on 3s. Re-roll the one because it's a plague weapon. That is 5 wounding hits. Now we're doing the saves on them. They are near, we're playing the solid buildings as obstacles so that they provide cover on top and behind because it only makes sense. So they have a 2-up save currently. Oh, sorry, but a 2-up save minus 3
3
AP.
on 3, so 5, yeah.
So it'd be 6-up save.
6
No,
up
5-up saves. Make
Five.
2 of them.
So 2 of them.
So that is 2 damage each, so it kills 1 and wounds another. We're going to kill the one that was poking his head out and then put the wounds on the guy in the back there.
Okay.
That's pretty much all the shooting I got over there. We're going to go on to the Lord of Virulence next. I don't know if it's really... No, we'll do the Blade Lords first, next. So we're going to fire any of the bolters that can see them at them, except for the one guy at the end who's just going to fire his bolt gun into the Dreadnought because he doesn't have any other line of sight, really. So we're going to do 2 4 combi bolter shots at them. Sorry, 4 8 because they're Terminators. And ignore the combi meltas, they can't have those. We're going to fire there, and then the Blight Launcher will go into them as well. We'll do the Blight Launcher first. It's 2 shots on 3s. All right, hand 3. It is a plague weapon. There it wounds, minus 2. But they these two, actually, they're all pretty much have cover from the obstacle in the way. So it's 2 AP 2, so they should have a 4-up save. Oh, you're good.
They're good.
The bolt guns on 3s, they have a Lord nearby. And on 4s, we have 2 wounding hits. 2 ups, nothing. And I almost forgot the guy firing in the Dreadnought. Never forget him. Lord nearby. Nope. And 5s. 1 wound. This should be 2 up because of... Oh, you made your save. I forgot the -1 to hit. You made your save anyways.
Yeah.
We'll go on the Mephitic Blight Haulers. Are going to fire everything into that Dreadnought to try and start weakening it. So they are -1 to hit. I'm going to remember that. We have 2 multi-meltas on them, so 4s. Okay. Well, the -1 didn't come into play there. And then these are 3s to wound it. I wonder. I'm going to CP that one. Okay, there we go. Down to 5. These are at -4, so we have 6-up saves because you currently have light cover. Ooh. Would you like to re-roll either of these, or no? We're not in... They're only D6 damage each -1. They're not in melta range.
Yeah.
No re-roll. It's going to be 2 damage and 3 damage, so 5 damage in total. We're going to fire 2 crack missiles, which both hit. Ooh, 3's to wound. Only 1 wounds, though. And 4 up because the storms protect. Ooh, you're good.
Yep.
And the bile spurts out of range. Well, we have the hand flamer into the Dreadnought. It's only a regular hand flamer, so D6 automatic hits. There's 2 of them. 6 is to wound. Plague weapon. Nothing. The only other thing I can fire are the Death Shroud into this unit here. We have the hand flamer. 1 hit. And that's a wound. 2-up save, though. You're good. And the last thing to fire is the Lord of Virulence. We're going to put his Twin Plague Spear into the Thunderwolf Cavalry. I want to hit them, but I'd have to use the stratagem that increases the range. I don't want to blow any more CP, so we're going to do 2d6 automatic hits into them. 5. This strength 5, they're down to toughness 4, so I wound on 3s with the plague weapon. That's 5 wounding hits at AP 1. They have storm shields though, so they go to a 2-up, back down to a 3-up. 3+! Oh, I do 2 damage. We're gonna kill this guy off, and the pack leader is not wounded, I suppose. You put a wound on the front guy. Boop. Boop, yeah.
Down to 2.
Down to 3, that's it for shooting. I think I am done. Nah, it was alright actually. I did a little bit here and there. We're gonna go on charging. We'll start with the Demon Prince to clear. You know what? We're gonna start with the Death Shroud Terminators to clear a charge against the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They get +1 to this roll. We're gonna go 7 inches. That's probably a fail. The guy out front will make it, but unfortunately I can't keep coherency because the 2 back here are not gonna make that charge. I'm gonna... That's gross. I don't like that. I'm gonna command point that. So I'm gonna go down to 4 command points. I'm rolling 8. I don't know if that's going to help. I think I needed a 9. I'll double check. Before I check, I'm down to 4 command points anyways. 8 does get them in, but I have to chain them back pretty far. Not much. They're not going to get any attacks in, but I just want them to protect the Demon Prince from shooting, essentially. The Demon Prince will charge. 7? Yeah. 7 is fine. We'll go keep it basic. We'll just go like this. I have no more rerolls, really. I want to put pressure on the enemy, but I don't think I want my Death Shroud running out ahead on their own as opposed to the Lord of Virulence being right there. I gotta put pressure on that objective, which is the awkward thing. Let's come back to it. We're gonna charge over here for sure. We'll have the bloat drone charge the bikes. I assume no Overwatch.
No Overwatch.
Boom. Yeah, he'll go up to 10. We're just gonna go with you to right there. And then the Poxwalkers will declare a charge against the bikes as well, I guess. 4, yep. Up to 5, good enough. Just like that, just to block the gap there and protect the big guy. Death Shroud Terminator kind of wants to go for a charge against the Predator. But the Redemptor is going to be able to heroically intervene and protect him. So I don't really want to do that. I mean, I'll get to swing with the Death Shroud and that'll circumvent Overwatch. I'll declare a charge with him into the Predator, do some damage before he goes down.
Razorback.
The Razorback, sorry, yeah. So I go up to 10 inches. There we go. We'll end up there. That's it for charges. You get Space Wolf Heroic Interventions with anything you want over here. So we do, Heroically intervene the Dreadnought in. And that's it for charging. I'm gonna go, what do we got here? It's kind of a tough call. I'm gonna go first with the Demon Prince, I think. Or do I do the Death Shroud? They have 2 damage each, but the Demon Prince is 3 with more attacks and more rerolls. I'll go with the Death Shroud first, though. They'll pile in the swing. 2 of them are eligible to fight. 1 is the champion, so he will have 4 attacks. The other guy will have 3 attacks. I am going to do their cleave profile with their Man Reapers. It's 5 attacks and 4 attacks, not 4 and 3. So these are all their cleave attacks. These are hitting on 3s because they're -1 to hit, but we have a Lord nearby. Okay. And then these are strength 8, and you're down to toughness 4. So these went on 2s. We're rolling 1s. Well, they used to be strength 8. They're only strength 7, so the 2s don't wound here. So we do have 6 wounding hits at AP 3. Behavior invuln save. Shields up! Ooh, that's a bad roll. That's 2 damage each. So each pair of, unless you want to re-roll one, they're all dead. But I have the Demon Prince attacking as well.
Yeah, so I'd rather just deny that attack.
Yeah. 2 fails kills him off, and then this guy would take 4 more damage and die exactly, because they are 2 damage a swing. And then they'll consolidate a wee bit. Consolidating to there, the Demon, would you like to counteroffensive? Would you like to interrupt with the Dreadnought and kill that guy off, or you want him to swing first?
Let me interrupt first so I can get rid of him.
Yeah, okay, so that's 2 command points to kill my guy. Down to 6 for the Wolves. 5 attacks because he heroically intervened, hitting on 3s, 2s, he's Space Wolf. They all hit. I meant all but 1. 1 does miss. And then these are probably 2s to wound. I think they're strength like 14 or 16.
The Power Fist.
Ooh, 2 wounding hits, eh? Interesting. Any rerolls there or no? See if we get lucky with his invulnerable saves. Oh, he makes both of them. Oh, interesting. He actually lives. He will just fight right back just because it doesn't really matter at this point. So he will swing. I think I'm going to do some damage to that Dreadnought. So I'm going to do the Scythe profile. The Cleave profile is 2 damage each, and it does a lot more damage, but the Dreadnought reduces all damage by 1. So I'm just going to do 10 attacks at 1 damage instead, with a little bit less AP and a little bit less strength. He's hit on 2s with his 10 attacks. Not the 1. These are strength 6, and you're down to toughness 6. I got to double check that, but I believe
Still toughness 7.
So he's toughness 7. I reduced it by 1, so I do believe we have 5 wounding hits, I think. Oh, but you're -1 to hit for shooting attacks. Only range attack for the -1 to hit. And I got to apologize. I keep thinking these guys, they used to be strength 5, they're strength 4 now. So it's only 3 wounding hits at AP 1. I do 2 damage. All right. Probably better than the hypothetical I would have done before, right? So they all hit. And reroll. I could have done like maybe 3 or 4 damage, but no. 6. We got 6 remaining wounds. But more importantly, my guy didn't die somehow. Does attack back with a Razorback? You never know. We'll get that out of the way as well. 3 attacks. No hits. Oh, I had 5 hits.
5 hits, yeah.
Actually, might have a 4th attack because Shock Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more attack and the 5 does hit. Oh, just 1 hit. And Space Wolves, Rhinos hit, or the vehicles hit on 1 better. Maybe? No, we're good. Okay. Because there's no more counter offenses, we're going to go to the Bloat Drone, who's going to attack the Outriders. The Flesh Mower gives him 3 attacks per 1 attack he has. He has 4 attacks. These hit on 3s. Ooh, pair misses. I believe these are strength 6. So 3s to wound. It is a plague weapon. So a couple fails. They're strength 7, but you're T4. Or 5. Reduced
T5,
yeah, reduced down to 4. So still 3s to wound. These are all -2s. These are 5-up saves on the bikes. Each one is 2 damage. Well, that's a good roll in the middle there. So that kills 2 of the bikes off. We'll lose boop and boop.
From the bike fight, the only other charge I have to kind of resolve is the Demon Prince, but I'm not going to bother consolidating or piling him in because he's just going to have to get closer. So we're just going to keep him as is. I have no more fight, so the bike gets to attack back.
3 attacks with the chainsword.
3 attack. He should have one more because of
yeah.
shock assault. Yeah, hitting on 3s, 2s actually.
Yeah, 2s.
They all hit, and these are 5s to hurt the blow drone with an AP of 1. Not a 1.
Not a 1.
That is going to conclude Death Guard turn 2 as we try and push up the middle as this objective is deviating away from our front lines. We got to push towards it. And we're going to turn 2 for the Space Wolves. Back up to 7 command points. In the command phase, we'll spend 1 for the Space Wolves on Bestial Nature. On the Assault Intercessors, they are treated as if they are in the Assault Doctrine instead of any of the active combat doctrine. So they won't, the tactical doctrine doesn't affect them. So they'll get extra AP on their pistols, their chainswords, and every 6 to hit in melee will be 2 hits instead of 1. That'll bring the wolves back down to 6. Up there. So we're gonna move the Outrider out of the combat with the, so this guy can heroically intervene 6 inches.
Yeah, sorry, my guys.
Yeah, you wanna just be outside of that 6. Boop, but it might block stuff.
Yeah.
You can move stuff out first, then fall them back.
Yeah.
We're gonna disembark the Blood Claws inside and they're gonna move. And moving forward, up to 7 because of the twist. The Razorback is gonna move forward as well. So adjusting them like that so there's room for the Outrider to get out of this combat so we can actually light him up with some shots. And I assume the Eradicator is gonna shoot down this lane here.
Yep.
Poking their heads out. And they've got their Melt the Rifles trained on my Flesh Moa, my Fetid Blow Drone. And the Las Cannon Long Fangs are going to move to the edge of the obstacle here. They will be getting cover up there, and they're going to be able to oversee the battlefield. Cool position. And then the Rune Priest moves towards the Dreadnought, who's a little hurt. Then the Intercessors ascend to the 2nd level of this rune. They're actually up there. They move 7, so it's 3 to climb up. 4 takes the front guy to there, and they can shoot down this lane. And then the Assault Intercessors move 7 as well, and they're just going to move towards my line of Terminators. They're ambitious of them. We're digging up that position.
There.
Impulsor is going to go to this side where the Bestial Nature card is.
Yeah.
And support fire from back here a little bit. The Razorback is stuck in combat. It could just stay there and shoot his las cannon.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. And disembark the Blood Claws in that Razorback. All right, that's where they're disembarking and moving a little bit. No, they don't even need to move that much, but they're ending up there.
Yeah.
On second thought, they're going to disembark and then move their 7 into the ruins. One correction is we will disembark Ragnar and the Blade Guard veterans before the Impulsor moves. So if they want to charge, they still have that option available to them. Now, it'll be like if we do a full line charge here, this charge will probably dictate the outcome of the game unless the objective acts really weird. That could always be a thing. Yeah. But that's it for movement. We're on to the Psychic phase. What are we starting with?
I think we'll go with Smite.
Smite's a safe bet. Yeah, Smite's really good. Smite will take out that Death Shroud if you get it off. It's a 5 to cast. Are you doing Living Lightning or Smite?
Smite.
Smite, yep. Yeah. We got it with a 7. I'll try and stop it. We'll say the Demon Prince. I do.
Oh, man.
Okay, 1 more power. Then we're going to try Living Lightning to finish him off so we can free up the shooting. And we got a 6.
Yep.
It's good enough.
Suffers D3 mortal.
All right, I'm going to try and stop it with my other Psyker. Maybe. I do.
Oh, come on.
Okay, we denied some psychic powers there. That will bring it to shooting. Now that Death Shroud is probably dead, but we tied up some of the firepower over here.
Okay,
So we have a lot of other firepower over here, though.
I'm just going to delete him with the Laz.
You're going to try the last cannons first? All right, 2 shots. They are -1 to hit. Because they're heavy in combat. What do you get there? 3 and a 1. Okay, so they both miss.
But yeah, there's nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4 Laz shots.
Long Fangs are up next. Firing into my Mephitic Blight Haulers. All 4 Les Canonins. And the bolt gun probably too if you want. One of them will be affected by a Signum to give them +1 to hit as well. So 1 command point on Keen Senses so they don't suffer the negative for moving. And then which one of these is this 2+? One of them has to be a 2+. So you just roll 1 first.
Okay.
Or a white die, yeah. 2+. So that's a 4. It hits. And then there's 3 more last cannons on 3s. Ooh, a 1 and a 2. So 2 hits, they wound on 3s. That is 1 fail.
I'm just on CP.
You could CP
Yeah,
it if you want to, yeah.
Let me CP it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Down to 4, and I fail my save, though. It's D6 damage, and it's going to be 4. But their Death Guard, it goes down to 3. Put the front guy down to 6, who's left, I guess. And then we're on to the Razorback to the left, firing at my Mephitic Blight, or my Blow Drone. Damn!
Oh, my word.
Oh! They're not hitting today.
2 shots? No, it's 2 shots each.
Yeah, sorry. The Eradicators are firing next because they didn't advance and they're firing at the same target. They get to fire the guns twice at the same target, so it's 4 Melt-A-Rifle shots. on 3s. That is, okay, 2 hit, and they're going to be wounding on 3s. And that is a pair of wounds. AP 4, or 5 actually, technically, because they're in this tactical doctrine, but we have demon saves. We're going to fail both. It's going to be 2d6 damage, plus 2 on each of them, but -1 because I'm Death Guard. Let's see how high this rolls. So this is going to be 3. Boop, 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 boop. This will be 6 because of the melt range, but I reduced them down to 5 and 2 for a total of 7 wounds. He's got 2 wounds left. 2 remaining wounds. 1 crack grenade and 4 bolt pistols from the blood claws into him. So the white's the crack grenade. You were almost same time, it's all the same hits. So that hits, and these hit on 3s as well. Oh wow, very nice. And then 5s and actually they're all 5s to wound because he's T7. So we have 2 wounding hits. No AP because they're not in the assault doctrine. I'm okay. I passed my saves. And coming from that side of the table over to here, we have the intercessors.
Shots in.
Yeah, these are assault bolt rifles, so it's 15 shots into the Death Shroud. 15 shots on 3s. No negatives here. We only have 2 misses. 5s to wound. These are all AP, I think, 1. 6 wounding hits. They're AP 1 because of the tactical doctrine. We take a damage. Champions in the back. I guess we'll take the wound on you.
5 shots.
From the assault intercessor is firing their heavy bolt pistols into them. Should be 3s. We all but 1. 5s to wound. We have a wound.
Plus 6.
And that should be AP. Oh, that's damage.
That's that.
He's kicking it with 1 wound left. Blade Guard veterans are going to light him up with pistols as well. 3 pistols in the Volkite. They can all see through different degrees on them. Some of them are on the terrain. Keep it simple, and then that guy can see that guy.
Volkite will be white.
Okay, it's the white dice. 2 shots with it, and their pistols are the red ones. They hit on 3s, rolling 1s because Ragnar's there.
Yep.
Looking for 4s on the white, 5s on the red. Oh, we got the mortal wound. And we have a wound on the pistol, too.
Yep.
So we have the pistol save, which is a save. And then we have the Volkite saves, which are 2-ups. They are, but that does a mortal wound.
Yep. Recording and
That will finish him off. And we got the Impulsor firing the 2 Stormbolters at the Terminators as well. They're both rapid firing. We didn't note it earlier, but because this is the Raven Guard one in-house, Dean wanted to try out an Impulsor for the first time. It does have the Shield Dome and not the extra weapons on top because it didn't have the points for it. So Shield Dome and the Stormbolters. 4 shots, should be 8 shots actually because they're both in rapid fire. And these are hitting my Death Shroud on trees. Okay, half miss. 5s to hurt the Death Shroud.
come on. Come on.
That's a wound.
That's a wound.
AP 1. That's damage.
Ah, yeah.
Put the other non-champion down to 2 wounds. Okay. And then the only thing left to fire is the Dreadnought, who is still tied up with the Death Shrouds. We have to figure out. Oh, we also have the Stormbolter on the Rune Priest. Oh yeah, and the Blood Claws. They're a little hidden from my recording perspective. Stormbolter will go into the Poxwalkers. It's not rapid firing. Okay. Boo, 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 hitting on 3s. Okay, 1 hit. And wounding on a 5. Oh, 4 actually. Nope. And I want to point out, I know I could have piled in and followed the Poxwalkers last turn. I didn't want to. I didn't really care to. So that's why I didn't bother doing it. I just didn't want to roll the dice on them. And then we have so he's done firing. We have the Blood Claws and the Dreadnought. Blood Claws are going to shoot through the window in the runes as they charge towards the Blight Lords. He's hit on 3s. Boop, 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 boop. And okay, 2 hits. Ragnar's a little too far away to help them out. These are 5s to wound.
Nothing.
How are we divvying up these shots?
I'll put the Stormbolter and the Mini Onslaught into the Death Shroud Terminator. And then if he dies, I'll put the Heavy Onslaught and the Icarus Rocket Pod into the Light Lords.
Alrighty. Doing the Onslaught or the Stormbolters first?
Let's do the Onslaught first.
Should still be 8 shots.
Yeah.
They're both 8 shots,
all
by the way.
right.
Yeah.
Put them together.
So this is the Onslaught hitting on 4s because it's heavy.
Okay. So all the guns that we
Yep.
said earlier.
And we have 3 hits.
3 hits.
Okay. And these wound, they're strength 5, so they should wound my dude on 4s. My Death Shroud. See if he can survive it. Oh! 3 wounding hits. He's probably not going to survive that. Oh, he double fails.
The double fails.
They're AP1 because they're just AP1, so he dies. And then the Stormbolter just shoots into his dead body, and then we have the rest of the
Just to
shots.
make sure.
Just to make sure.
Now and we're within rapid fire. Heavy on. Yeah.
Heavy, hitting on 3s, because it's no longer engaged. And 3s. Ooh, 5 wounds. Now these are only AP1 because the Doctrine's moved on. And I do have a couple guys in cover, so it's going to go on them first. They have 2 up. Oh, I take 2 damage. So we're going to put that on you. 1 wound. D3 from the Icarus. Oh, 1 with 3 again. 3 shots. Okay, and they all hit.
Yep.
And they wound on 3s. This rocket pod's paying for itself,
2.
man. 2 of them. Ah, I'm going to command point that one so I don't want to lose the Terminator. There we go. I'm down to 3. It does free up the Dreadnought to charge as well. So, we're done shooting, we're on to charging. We're going to let Dean figure out where he wants to start because there's going to be potentially a lot of charges or not. This is going to be like a deciding battle round. Before the objective even truly lands on the 3rd battle round, the dust will have to settle and we'll be left with next to nothing left fighting for wherever that decides to go. Bloodclaw's going to declare charge against the Poxwalkers. +1 to the roll. That's 6. Charge like so. The Dreadnought will declare charge against the Blight Lords, looking for an 8-inch charge. Well, gets +1. Ooh, that's a 7 with the +1. That's a fail. Use a command point to re-roll the charge. Looking for a 7 on the dice to make it in. Re-rolling both. And, oh, that's an 11. We'll take up that position. Very nice.
Blood Claws, I think we'll go into them as well.
Same target, okay.
Yeah.
Blood Claws charging. 6 inches. And they make it in, charging the lines. What about these units? I assume yes.
Yes.
All right. We're charging the Assault Intercessors into the Death Shroud.
Yes.
And that's a 6. But they're near Ragnar, he lets him re-roll. That is even worse, that's a 5.
5.
Needed an 8 or a 7 on the dice to make it in, unfortunately. Does the veterans want to go in, the Wolf Guard, or do they want to hang back with Ragnar?
The Blade Guard need about an 8.
Ragnar will be on his own. The Rune Priest is going to stay where he is. Ragnar and the Wolf Guard are going to stay where they are. These guys unfortunately failed their charge, so they're going to stay there as well. Is that it for charging?
That's it for charging.
I have no hero. This guy will heroic intervene into them, I guess, but like it doesn't really matter. But he'll end up there. We're going to do the Blood Claws and the Blight Lords first. Swing the pack leader first with his Power Sword, hitting on 2s. Ooh, everything hits. And these are strength 5. They wound on 4s. That is 3 wounding hits. It cuts right through their armor. So he's going to have invulnerable saves. That's going to do 1 damage so far. Bloop. And then we have 16 chainswords. Because the Blood Claws have a rule that in addition to Shock Assault, they get an extra attack when they charge, not the other ones. But still hitting on 2s with all these chainswords. They're all going to be AP1s. 2s to hit. Only well, there's actually a lot of 1s in there.
Yeah.
And 5s to wound. 2 wounding hits, AP1. Fail, that's another damage, so I take 2 damage. Does finish off this Blight Lord. And then it'll put a damage on this Blight Lord right beside him, I think. Down to 2. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and fight with the 4 into the spawn here, into the, not spawn, sorry, the Poxwalkers. We're gonna opt for 1 Blood Claw not to fight, just because that would pull in the Blow Drone. 17 attacks, because the pack leader's also got a chainsword in there. Hitting on 2s. Forced to hurt the Poxwalkers. Oh, okay. 6 wounding hits, unending horde. Oh, all 6 die. These guys cannot be brought back. That'll leave me with those 4. So Dreadnought next. It does have to pile in to get within range to attack, so he would. Unfortunately for me, but also good. They get to fight back, but he's going to attack the Blight Lords. And then 5 attacks because Shock Assault. He is a little bracketed. Still hitting on 2s though with this weapon, and these are 2s to wound. Yeah. Dreadnought's so good at killing Blight Lord Terminators. That's okay. 3 1s.
Yep.
Well, that's lucky for me. Well, this whole game's been lucky for me. Invulnerables. Make 1, fail 1, and I'll just lose the Blight Lord. Because these are D3 plus 3. They're minimum 4 damage, which always kills the Blight Lord perfectly. Consolidate as far as he can, getting even closer to them over there. And then that's it for the charges. I get to do a non-charge elect. I think the rest are just non-charges. So we're going to finish resolving attacks over here. You can't pile in. You can already attack because they're so they're both going to attack the Dreadnought. I'm not too sure what their profile looks like, so let's go figure that out together. 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s. Come on, get out there. There we go. They wound on 4s because I reduce your toughness. I got 4 wounding hits at AP2. I don't think it's a plague weapon, but just in case. Ooh. 5 AP2. Not bad. So only 2 damage. Then I'm going to go with the Lord of
Virulence.
Nah, maybe we'll go with this guy. He'll pile in there. He's going to put his attacks into the Dreadnought. He's going to put his attacks into the unit, and then this guy has to put his attacks into the unit as well, because I can't get within half an inch of the champion. But I will do the champion first. Champion has 4 attacks with the sword. They all hit. Strength 5, you're T6. So I wound twice at AP 3. So 2 6-up saves. I do 2 more damage, so he's down to 2.
Down to 2.
The Terminator with the flail has 3 attacks normally, but every attack with the flail is 2 hits, or 2 attacks. So they hit with all of them. And I reduce you down to toughness 3. Reroll the 1s for the plague weapon. Okay, and then these are 5 saves at minus, maybe 1. Minus 2. 5 ups. Ooh, only kills 2. I'll get the other sword guy out of the way. I'll hit. And 1 more wound at minus 3. 1 6-up. Just 1 damage. We take out 2 from over there, and then, well, you could, I'd say take this guy. That way my Lord of Virulence can't fight. So we'll put him on the other side and just put him down to 1 wound. My Lord of Virulence heroically intervened, but you don't get to pie them when you heroically intervene. Probably should have fought with them first, but I figured the Terminators would have taken out a little bit more of them. And that is it for my fights over here. I have 1 to resolve with those Poxwalkers. I have, what, 4 Poxwalkers there? Yeah.
Yep.
And then they have 2 attacks each on 4s. Oh, I should have done the weird mortal wound thing. It would have been 3 mortal wounds. Oh well. And strength 3, but you're down to toughness 3, so 4s. 3 wounding hits with the Poxwalkers. No AP, so he just 3 up saves. Power armor. You are taking 1 damage.
Taking 1.
All right, and that's it. Now for leaderships on your turn. I don't think you can fail anywhere.
No, I only lost 2 bloody claws out of that pack.
Yeah, you took some damage on the Dreadnought. That doesn't matter.
No.
And then no damage on the Blood Claws over there.
No.
My Terminators lost 2. They can't possibly fail. And my Poxwalkers are immune to, they always pass morale. They have to be killed down to the last man. And that will be it. We're going to go on the 3rd battle round, where we have to move this objective. That's where the objective is. We're gonna roll off. If I could win this roll, I still probably won't get it, even if I win the roll off. I got 4. 6. Oh man, 2d6 inches in any direction that Dean and the Wolves decide. Well, we're rolling over here. We got a 4. So you get to move it 4 inches, not up to 4, but a full 4. I can imagine you're just gonna move it somewhere away from me. Boom. Just under where the razor. You can move the razorback because the razorback's technically. Yeah. Boom. Just going even further back. Difficult. This will be difficult. All right, so I'm obviously not scoring any points for that because at the end of my command phase, if I control it, I gain points. So I have to somehow deny you from getting points with it as well. I'm going to gain a command point, go up to 4. The Space Wolves are at 3. This is currently where we're at as we're on the 3rd turn. And my Contagion Auras are, I believe, 6 inches now. It's 6 inches on this 3rd battle round. It's 9 on the 4th one. You can make it 12 through Psychic Powers and whatnot, but I don't have access to any of that.
Sorcery.
Yeah, exactly. None of that nonsense right now. I don't think I want to do the Outbreak anywhere. No Outbreak anywhere. We're going to go ahead and proceed to movement phase, I think. We're going to have the Demon Prince move to there. I want to make it so Ragnar can't get, I got to make sure Ragnar can't get Heroic Intervention off. As long as I charge somewhere over here, 6 inches should not be able to get a Heroic Intervention off for him. And then these bad boys move 6. Lord of Virulence will move up. And maybe I'll fight Ragnar. Who knows? Who knows? They're stuck in combat. They're all stuck in combat. Let's advance the Psyker, the Midling Playcaster, an extra 3. Well, that's unfortunate. That still leaves the Blood Claws closer over the Blade Guard veterans, which I would have much rather gotten hit with Psychic Powers. But I mean, the Demon Prince can throw Smite at them, I guess. But nah, it's all good. It's all good. And then from that side, we are going to come over to here. Let's go with. I think you just want to move to there and just hit them with your flamer again. I don't have line of sight to them. There's too much crap in the way. They can see this guy because he's so tall, so I won't be able to get good shots on them. So I mean, I could advance up and over maybe, but I don't know how desperately I want to get. Well, getting shots on them is nice, but I could also just shoot them, and that's an effective kind of kill too. So what we're gonna do is advance the Poxwalkers. I don't care about charging them. They're gonna go 10 inches. Ending there. Keep those Poxwalkers engaged. With people are probably pointing out they charged near him. They didn't get all their extra attacks. You're right. I just forgot about it, so it's no big deal. It doesn't really matter. Just a few Poxwalkers. We're going to have you stay there because you'll be within 12 in line of sight of them. The blow drone will just fly it over here, I guess. End up there. And then we've got to disembark the Plague Marines from where they are. They're going to disembark in the ruins, and they're going to move out, and I'll show you where they both end up. All right, Plague Marines disembarking and moving forward. The front squad of 5. And then the back squad of 5. A little stifled on their movement because the front squad's blocking, but they do get to move 6, so it's very nice for Plague Marines to move that much faster. And then the last thing I got to move is the Rhino, who is going to move. Realistically, I don't really know, nor do I really care where the Rhino goes, I guess. Let's just say Rhino drives to there. We got hiccups. Time for psychic stuff. Let's go with the Psyker. Perils. Please no. The Malignant Plaguecaster will cast Gift of Contagion. Oh, I think we fail. I don't fail. I just don't resolve the part of it I wanted. If I choose a unit within 18, it's going to be the Blade Guard veterans. They're -1 strength, which will matter, I guess. And but if I rolled an A+, it's -1 strength and -1 attack. But I don't get that off. So it's -1 strength. Would you like to stop it? I have Smites and Miasmas and Curse of the Leopard to resolve as well.
Is he within 24 yards? Let's try it. Running an 8+, correct?
A 7+ because you have the runic weapon.
Yep, 7+.
That is a deny.
Computer says no.
All right, so no gift, which means that this does not do a mortal wound. Second power with the Plaguecaster. We'll do Curse of the Leopard. Unfortunately, it must hit the Blood Claws because if I rolled one more on the advance, it would have been nice, but oh well. And we are going to get that, with a 9. I think I nudged him a little bit, but we know where it's going. So no more denies. That's going to be 7 dice against the Blood Claws, and they're down to toughness 3 right now. 7 dice every 4 up is a mortal wound. It's only 2 mortal wounds, but I did get Pestilential Follow, so it's the 3rd mortal wound. So I kill the wounded guy, and 1 more of them. Does mean the pack leader of the Blood Claws left alive. He's actually outside of an inch of the Terminator, so I can't. Well, I could pile in and attack him, I guess. But he's still the closest. That was the closest guy. So he's done. Pestilential Follow has already been resolved. So we'll go to the Demon Prince, who I think I want Miasma on over Smite. Oh, we got it. So he's -1 to hit. -1 to hit with Gloaming Bloat is pretty good to have if I can pull it off. And we're done the Psychic phase. We're going to go right on to shooting. Shooting. Well, the ones I have to resolve are these bad boys here, these Mephitic Blight Haulers. Yeah, they're going to put both the it's like extreme overkill. Maybe. Both the multi-meltas, both the crack missiles into the Redemptor Dreadnought. The Bile Spurts are blast weapons. I cannot target them there, but they're going to target that pack leader instead, because why not? For multi-meltas are -1 to hit. Now, for inexorable advance, it's only bubonic Astartes units, so things like the Rhino, Land Raider, Predators, they don't suffer the -1 to hit penalty for firing heavy weapons while engaged, but the demonic engines do. Now, if you're playing Poxmongers, you can spend a command point for them to essentially ignore that, and then also fire the blast weapons in combat, which is really good for Plague Burst Crawlers and all that good stuff. But these are hitting on 4s with the multi-meltas. Got a couple hits, 3s to wound, 1 wound, -4. There should be no save against that.
Well, you're going into the Dreadnought, right?
This is the Dreadnought, yeah. So he should have just a 4-up, 3-up save. Yeah, I don't, because you don't have the psychic, you fail both psychic powers.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so this is d6 damage +2. So it'll be 6 damage -1 is 5 damage on the Dreadnought.
But does he explode?
Does he explode? In a final Hail Mary? No,
nope, he doesn't.
The melt goes right through him, cripples his legs, he falls over dead.
Yep.
The rest of the shots are wasted into his body, and then the Bile Spurts will have 2d3 shots into the pack leader. So it's going to be 5 shots. These will hit on 3s, and wound on, I think, well, those at -1 damage, but you're in cover, so you have 3-ups. 2, 3 pluses. Ooh, nice fail one, make one.
1 wound left.
1 wound left. I'm an idiot. I could have, the Bile Spurts, I should have read the second set. I seen Blast, and I'm like, that's it, can't use it. It actually says you could use it while engaged in combat. But I don't think I would have risked firing only the Bile Spurts and then all the other heavy weapons. Too risky. So I'm just fire everything in the Dreadnought, take them out, and have them for later on in the game.
He is the scariest.
He's 2 wounds left still.
He was the scariest.
He was the scariest. I'll go with these Terminators. They're going to fire their Combi Bolters into him because they want to charge it that way. So yeah, we'll put 4 Combi Bolters. Sorry, 2 Combi Bolters. Oh, it's a Blight Launcher there. We'll do the Combi Bolter, and the Blight Launcher will go into them. The Blight Launcher first. Boom, boom, 2 shots. There is a Lord within 6. Does hit, and these are 2s to wound now, because they're Strength 6 and they're T3, being near the Demon Prince, or heck, even them. And so they're both wound, and you have 2 5-up saves. I see 2 fails. Like that, it's 2 damage each.
So 2 of them die.
2 of them die. Up to you, whomever you want to die. I'm not too sure who the pack leader is in the unit.
Just make it a little.
Take the front 2, yeah. Pack leader is that guy?
Yeah, the one who's got like the hand down.
And the Combi Bolter will be 4 shots into the pack leader. Reroll for the Lord. They hit. And 3's to wound because you're down to T3. Only 2. 5 ups. Wait, no, 3 ups. 2 ups. 2 ups. Yeah, there's no AP on this.
Oh,
You're
nice.
good, you're good,
So
you're
it's
good.
both. It's good.
Absolutely. The Lord of Virulence will put the shots into the Assault Intercessors from his Twin Plague Spear. 2d6 automatic hits. It'll be 7. How gloriously average that is. These are strength 5, so 3's to wound. It is a plague weapon. Bloop. And that was it. 6 wounding hits, AT1.
4 ups, those.
You should be 4 ups.
Yep.
And then every 2 is a dead Marine. I kill a Marine in wound 1.
Yeah.
It's now at this point that I forgot about the Plague Skull of Glorfilla. I will use it later. You're supposed to do it at the end of your movement phase. I keep forgetting that every time I bring it. In fact, I have brought in that relic to almost every game I play with the Death Guard, and I have yet to use it because I always forget about it. So if you're getting tired of me forgetting about it, well, stay tuned for a lot more battle reports where I just continually forget to use
It's
it.
funny how often that happens.
Yeah, Dean was cool. He said go ahead and do it, but I'm like, it's too good. Like things are going well, and I hate going back. And it wouldn't affect anything, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do
It
it.
was the Luka of the dice.
I will use it later. I will use it later if he survives. He should survive. I'm in a great position here.
We'll see.
We will see. So he's done firing. They're going to use their 2 hand flamers into them. Might as well. They're like little baby hand flamers, but a beautiful 7 again.
Papa Nurgle is looking upon you.
Oh yes, they're down to T3, so these are 4s with the plague weapon. 3 wounds, no AP.
3 ups. No, they got 2 ups because the Storm Shield. Or are you going into the...
No, this is the Assault Marines.
Okay, so 3
Trying to
ups.
kill them with shooting. Do I do any damage? 1. Killed that 1 guy there, so we'll have the pack leader remaining.
Yep.
And then we're coming way over here. I still have the Plague Marines to fire in the middle. I'll fire them last. The only thing I have to fire, I got a Rhino. Sure, I'll do, what I'll do is the Plague Spear, sorry, the Foul Blightspawn is gonna spew these guys up there. D6 automatic hits. He does have the Deadly Pathogen to reroll it. Okay, still 1, and it wounds.
It wounds.
We'll get cover up there, so 5 up save. Oh, no damage, nice, cool. I'll do the Rhino into them. It's not 3 dice, it's only 2 dice, so let me reroll that. Okay, they both miss. Then the last shooting are all of these Plague Marines in the ruins. Let's fire this first squad. We're gonna do the Melt-A-Gun and the Plasma Pistol into the... Yeah, we'll do the Razorback, and then we have 2 bolt guns that we'll do into the what's his name there? The pack leader of the Blood Claws. So the bolt guns, I'll do them first. They're rapid firing. 2 hits. 1 wound. 2 plus. Okay, he's in cover. He's good.
He's good.
And then we have the Melt-A-Gun, which hits. No wound. And then the Plasma Gun. I'll supercharge it too because it's fun.
Come on, 1.
Oh, hits. Wounds. -3. 6 up.
Oh.
1 has 2 damage on the Razorback. I believe he's got 8 left. 8 remaining wounds. And then we have the second squad of Plague Marines who are going to do something very similar. We will do the Champion. Oh, sorry, that was the back squad I fired because technically the Champion, that squad's right there. This is the front squad. He's going to put his Plasma Gun into the Razorback Supercharge, the Melt-A-Gun into them, and then the bolt guns into the pack leader. The 2 bolt guns into the pack leader, we have a pair of hits, 2 wounds, 2 pluses. Oh, we got him!
We got him.
Hey, we killed the pack leader with a
killed
bolt
him.
gun.
Oops.
And the Melt-A-Gun hits. Oh, it does wound as well. No save against that. It is not in melt range, just 1 damage. And then no save, it's just, yeah, it goes right through his armor. It's just AP4.
AP4.
The Plasma Gun's within 12 as well. So it's rapid firing. Ooh, he's gonna kill himself. I'll command point it. He hits.
Whoa.
And he does not wound either. Both down to 3. Except for shooting, we're on charges. So we are going to do the Lord of Virulence into the, no, we're gonna do the Blight Lord Terminators first into the Blade Guard Veterans. So no Overwatch, we're gonna charge with a +1, that's an 8 on the charge. It just gets right through as they go through the breachable walls. And then the Lord of Virulence will declare a charge against them, charging forward. Good enough. Good enough. To there. Keep you based. And then he's basing him, and then the Demon Prince will charge both, because why the heck not? He gets to go up to 9. Flap, 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 my Demon Prince wings. We should end up there, an inch of both of them. And then the Death Shroud will charge you and the Impulsor. Ooh, a 4, that's a fail. Command point? That's a 6, okay. No, that would have been a fail on the 4. The 6 does make it in. And then for other charges, let's go keep going down the middle. We're gonna have the Plague Marines out front declare a charge against the Razorback and the character, the Rune Priest, I guess. They get +1 to this roll. A 7, that's a fail. That is a fail. Next up, we'll have the Bloat Drone declare a charge against the Blood Claws right in front. And we'll do the Blood Claws. So we go up to 8.
2 left.
Boom. He's only got 2 wounds left, but he'll charge right there into them. And then that's it for my charges. We have heroic interventions from the wolves anywhere they want. But Ragnar's going to hold back, and so is that Outrider bike. No heroic interventions with them. It's a little too risky to go in. We are going to start this fight off with, honestly, that Bloat Drone probably over there. And I'm going to spend, against my better judgment, one of my 2 command points. I probably shouldn't have done the reroll, but I wanted to keep 3 so I could keep 2 for Dean's turn, but whatever. We're going to spend it on Demonic Gluttony. As for this Demon Engine here, whenever it kills a model, it heals a wound, but it can only heal up to 3. So it can't go past 5. Never brackets anymore, so he always has 4 attacks, but 3 per attack for the Flesh Mower. These hit on 3s. Then they wound on 2s, because you're down to T3. Oh my, that is 9 wounds. 9 5+ saves. They're all dead. That's 2 damage each. They all get mowed up and murdered. And I do heal 3 wounds with that demon, so it goes up to 5. Again, it only caps out at 3. I can't heal more than 3. It's not going to bother consolidating after that either. I don't want to take any unnecessary damage this turn. Well, the bike do whatever the bike wants to do. Yeah, screw it. You know what? We're going to tie that bike up. We're too hungry to hold back. I don't think the bike will kill him anyways. I hope it doesn't. Oh, no counteroffensive because the command points are getting thin and very small. So we're going to go with, I don't know, we'll go with the Blade Lord Terminators attacking the Blade Guard veterans now. I do not have any command points to do anything cool, so we're going to pile them in a little bit. Piling like that. You can't really see, but the guy in the back is within ½ an inch of the champion, so they're all able to swing. I'll start with the flail, get him out of the way. He's got 9 attacks. 3s to hit. Oh boy, we got lords nearby, so we roll the 1s. Oh, okay. And then these are strength 5, so 3s to wound. Or they're strength 5, 3s to wound. Blade weapon, that's 5 wounding hits at -2, so you go to a 4-up. Storm shields. You make 3, so that's 1 dead Blade Guard veteran.
Dang it.
Those with swords attack this day. Reroll for the Lord, and 3s to wound. Reroll. Okay, 4 more at your storm shields. These are only 1 damage each though. Storm shields. You make 2. That's only 2 damage. You got 1 wound left on a guy. So 1 dies and 1 wound left. I'll go with the Lord of Virulence next. I definitely forgot about his aura of destruction when I shot the Blight Launcher. I don't think it doesn't really matter. It failed to save anyways. It would have been like AP3. Just pointing that out for anyone who's curious. I have 5 attacks with his Plague Fist that hit on 3s because it's -1 to hit. Wounding on 2s. 3 wounding hits at your invulns. And you make 1 and fail 1. So 1 guy dies. Who is the wounded guy in the back? We have 2 Blade Guard veterans remaining. And then we'll go with the Demon Prince attacking the Blade Guard veterans. He's got the Hellforged Sword equivalent, 6 attacks on 2s. He does have the Warped Insect Hive, which lets him reroll all hit wound rolls. 2s. There we go. So we have 6 wounding hits at invulnerable saves. And, ooh.
Save. 1 goes. How much damage?
These are 3 each. It will cleave through both of them, unless you want a CP reroll 1.
We have a CP reroll 1.
Keep 1 guy kicking. Oh!
Nope.
That's the correct command points. The way is clear.
Ragnar is screwed.
He's free to do whatever he wants next turn.
Yeah.
And then we have these Death Shroud. We're going to attack that Assault Intercessor. They have 4 attacks each. We'll do the cleave profile, and then 5 for the champion. 3s to hit, reroll, and 2s to wound. Reroll because it's a plague weapon. 2s because they're strength 7 against T3. That is like 8 wounds. This is extremely overkill. I probably should have put attacks into that impulsor, but I forgot it was even there. And these are, I think, yeah, they're 2 damage each, so even that fail there is enough to take them out.
He's just been turned into paste.
All right, so we've cleared the way. Again, we're tied up in combat over here, though, a little bit. That's it. My turn is done. You get to fight back with that Impulsor and the Outrider that's engaged on the other side. Attacks, because I charged it. We have no hits.
He's got
The Outrider, 3 attacks, maybe? And then the 4 attacks, because I piled into him. 1 miss. And these are 5s to potentially wound the Fetid Bloat Drone. That is, okay, 2 of them. Well, heck, he's going to take a damage. Well, I'm down to 4. That was an obviously very good turn for the Death Guard.
Yeah.
We got stuck in the middle, and we cleaved through most of the Space Wolf forces. Now, the objectives are all that matter, unfortunately, here. So this Razorback was within 3 of the edge of it, if anyone was curious. It got moved around a lot, but it was still going to be in range of it when it moved. So that's going to be a point for the Space Wolves on their command phase. But the Space Wolves are left with a couple of characters and a Razorback and these Intercessors. They're going to have to desperately try to defend that artifact as it drops down, the relic as it drops down. Turn 3 for the Space Wolves, though. And that's where we're at with command points. And in the command phase, we get the command point. Nothing else to really do other than gain the 1 victory point for the objective. Razorback's moving back. All the way back, full move. Just gonna try and save points. We could advance him as well if you wanted.
Yeah.
The regular move takes him there. Would you like to advance him or just keep him there?
Let me keep him there.
Ragnar is gonna consolidate back towards the objective as well. We're gonna move the Eradicators. They move 6, but we rolled the 2 on the advance, which is actually a 3, so they go 9 inches. End up back there. And then the Razorback's pulling back as well. Back will end up there, and then the Long Fangs will stay up there, where they are perched. The Intercessors are gonna advance. Extra, you can reroll it if you want, or keep the 4, doesn't matter to me. Even better.
Look,
Heck
Taco
yeah.
Cat.
Heck yeah, so they go up to 7 extra. They move 7 already, so they get to go up to 14 inches, so it'll be about an 11-inch move as they descend to the first floor.
Yeah.
We're gonna descend down, go around the sandbags, and huddle up in the corner there. Keep the Impulsor tied up here with the Death Shroud, take some shots and try to take out some of the Death Shroud while it's engaged. And Psychic phase, we got the Rune Priest. All right, Psyker, the Rune Priest will conjure up some magic. What are we starting with?
Smite.
Schmite, looking for a 5. Is that a 1 and a...
That's 1 of the 6.
All right, I'll try and stop it. I got my... Nope. D3 mortal wounds on my Terminators. They're the nearest visible. Two, eh? So we got 1 wound left on... I guess we'll take it on the champion. Rather not lose the Blight Launcher. And then we have Living Lightning, which should be the nearest as well, but has a chance to arc to nearby enemies.
So 6.
That's a 2 and a... 1? Well, you have 3 command points if you want to reroll
it.
3, yeah, re-rolling it, 3 will become much higher.
11.
Well, I might as well try and stop it. Double 6. Ooh, halfway there. Okay. Re-roll down to 2 command points.
3.
So we caught it off camera, but it's 3 mortal wounds to the Terminators, and then it has an additional effect that on a roll of a 3+, it'll arc to the nearby enemy unit. On a 2 to 4, it's a mortal wound. On a 5 up, it'll be D3 to the nearest. So it's 1 more mortal wound to the Lord of Virulence. It's 3 mortal wounds. You die, and then 2 more damage on, we'll say, the Blight Launcher.
Yep.
Because I like the flail. So he's got 1 wound left.
Flailing, flailing, flailing.
And the Lord of Virulence, it'll arc to him because he's the nearest and take a mortal wound. 5 wounds left. We have 2 Terminators left in that squad. We're going to shooting. The Long Fangs are up next. What's the plan?
Okay, so I'm going to put 2 of my lads into the Terminators, and I'm going to put the other 2 lads into the Plague Marines over here.
All right, which one are we firing at first? The Terminators?
We'll do the Terminators first.
3s to hit him. That is, oh, pair of hits. 3s to wound. Ooh, 1 fail.
1 fail.
Got a Frankie plate. Oh, we invulnerable save it.
Dang it. 2 into the
Plague
Plague Marines.
Ooh, 1 miss and a wound. We got 2 up save, so it goes to a 5 up. That's a dead plague. Well, it might not be dead. You could roll a 1 or a 2, I guess.
Don't jinx me.
What do we got?
Really?
Sorry!
Really, Luka?
I got you. It's only 1 damage. The Plague Marine's got 1 wound left. Just, glances some of the bulging flesh off his shoulder, and he's still good to fight.
What are the
1 wound on that guy there. The Plasma Pistol is in range from base to base, so it could hit. It does.
It does.
And 2 to wound. Or 3 to wound, sorry.
3 to wound.
That's a wound.
That's a wound.
All right. Do we make our save? No, AP3. It kills that guy.
Yep.
Kills you off.
He got vengeance for taking it.
And we got the Razorback over here firing the twin Laz into my Terminators. So 2 shots on 3s.
Come over here on this side.
Well, thank you. That is a pair of hits. 3s to wound him. Oh, 2 wounds as well. They got Cataphractii Plate. Neither. So the first one kills him. Boop. And then D6 damage -1 on the flail. That's 3 damage. He's dead. My poor Blight Lords. And we have the Stormbolters firing into the Death Shroud. They all hit. And 1 wound.
Oh, come on.
We save it. Oh. There's got a bolt pistol, the Lord of Virulence.
Should we go with the crack grenade, which is
Too far away. It's only 6 inch. It's
Oh,
only 6
dang.
inch range.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 shot.
1 shot with his bolt pistol. He's got a basic bolt pistol. Miss it. Oh, he probably hits his Ragnar. Yeah. And then 5 wound. No.
Nope.
And then these guys have no real targets because they can't target him because the bodyguard and he's engaged with them.
Okay.
Firing at the Lord of Virulence with the Storm Bolter on the Rune Priest. 1 hit.
1 hit.
And a 5. No.
Nope.
And the Rune Priest, we come to the Outrider who is stuck in combat. Blow drone.
Nope.
Oh, I misses.
He misses.
Okay. Second thought, this guy was supposed to fall back. He's just gonna bloop, bloop, bloop up and around the corner so the Razorback can fire him. It makes way more sense.
Yep.
So Razorback, 2 shots. Pew, pew. Oh, they both hit. Pair hits. 3s to wound him. Ooh, wow.
Thank you,
I'm
man.
demonic. I make, double 6.
Oh, come on.
I'm otherworldly. It's so weird. The lasers just go right through him.
I'm convinced your dice is all loaded.
They feel that way. After those 2 glorious saves, we're on to the charge phase where the Space Wolves unfortunately won't be charging anywhere. We clashed in the middle and the Space Wolves lost. They lost pretty hard. So we're gonna heroically intervene. The Demon Prince in here. The goal with the Impulsor is to try and keep this all tied up. Knowing that the Demon Prince could pile in, the Impulsor
I want to hold you 2 more turns.
That's the goal. That's the hope, to tie all this crap up. So the Demon Prince will go first with this sword, reroll, and then on 3s, reroll. That was a 6. Not that the 6s matter. And then 5 saves at -3. 5 6-ups. Oh, I actually made one. That's 3, 6, 9, 12 damage.
I think that's him.
I think he's dead. Let's see blow!
Come on! No!
Anticlimactic.
I'm sending him back to the Raven God.
Not in many pieces.
Not in many pieces. He's gone.
No hero, no consolidating for him. He can't get through that gap there. These guys in charge, so they're stuck there. That's it. The turn is done.
Let's re-roll this.
Yes, that's true. The score is currently 1-0 at the end of the 3rd battle round. This could theoretically just go bloop, 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 bloop,
Yep.
every turn, and I will never be able to catch it. And then the Space Wolves could win.
Yep.
All right, let's just roll it, and then we'll go on to my turn. So I'm going to get a 2. Well, that's a bad start. A 4. Oh, a 26-inch move then. All right, objective. Where are you going? 3 inches. Want a little bit more than that, that's for sure. Turn 4 death card. We gain a command point. 2-2. Score is going to be 1-0 still. Oh, heck, this game actually could end in your favor. In the command phase, other than getting the command point, I don't really have anything else I want to do. The Poxwalkers are... So I can't heal the one unit because it's already been done and the other one is not hurt. So we're just going to advance towards this objective because we need to control it on turn 5. This is going to be like a 2-1 game. Maybe. Actually might be a draw. Let's see here. Let's see. So we are going to just start with moving the Demon Prince. He moves 11. He's going to be the one to have to deal
With the Ragnar.
with Ragnar. And then we're going to Death Shroud. I need to kind of like bubble things out in case I do win a roll off and I can drag it to one of them or something. So the Death Shroud are going to move in this direction. We're going to move to this. And we're going to move you 6. Advancing the Psyker, he moves 6 plus 6 for 12. 12-inch move takes it there. The Poxwalkers there in the alleyway move 5 inches plus 4, they go 9. Ending there, and then we have the other squad of Poxwalkers who are going to do the same thing. They go 5 plus 7, so they go up to 11 inches, no 12 inches. So we can kind of tell the difference. And then the Plague Marines, they're going to move forward and maybe attempt a charge. Take up that position with a 6-inch move. The ones behind them are going to advance, 6 plus 4. Yeah, so them advancing. And then these guys are just going to move forward. And by these guys, I mean the Mephitic Blight Haulers. They can't quite go their full move because models are in the way. And the last things I have to move are over here. Got this Blight Hauler, who just moved there.
Why won't you leave me alone?
The Bloat Drone, I mean, will go there. The Blight Spawn will advance 6. We're just going to put him about here, but he's going to flame up here. I don't care about the Rhino anymore. I don't want to move it. Boom, done. Well, he'll take some shots or something, I guess. Aha! Rhino power. All right, let's do some horrible sorcery and give Ragnar an unhonorable death. Let's Curse of the Leper. We got it with an 11. I don't know. I have a lot of other mortal wound powers coming up. I don't know. You could try and stop it if you want. He's going to take a mortal wound plus 7 d6 mortal wounds if I roll 4-ups.
That's ridiculous.
Curse of the Leper is a great power. Super balanced. Fine.
And your other ones?
My other ones are going to be Smite and then probably Miasma.
All right, let me try tonight.
Trying tonight? Okay. So you need you actually need an 11 to stop it. You have a runic weapon.
Come on.
That's a 6. What's the other one? A
5, 11.
Oh, you rolled a 12. That is amazing. Okay, well, I'll just go for a Smite then. We got Smite. So you take a mortal wound plus 1. So you take 1 mortal wound plus the pestilential fallout. So 2 mortal wounds. 4 wounds remaining after the smite. Demon Prince will also smite on a 6. Oh, he got the big one!
Oh, does he peril?
No, he needs a double 6. And you're gonna just take 6 more wounds and die.
Ah, you killed Ragnar.
Totally honorable! Totally honorable, Ragnar. Goodbye. Boom. And then that's it for psychic powers. We're on to shooting. We are gonna start with I'll do the Foul Blight Spawn firing up the last cannons. I'll do him last. The Plague Skull of Glothilla, nothing's in range. I forgot about it again, but nothing was in range. We're gonna do the Mephitic Blade Haulers into the Razorback. We'll fire everything into it. So we have 4 multi-meltas on 3s and 3s. There will be no save, and it's gonna be 8 damage.
Flat. Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 plus, oh, sorry, no, not 8, it's 7 damage, that's math. What does he got? He's got 2 wounds left?
No, he's got, you said 7 damage, right?
Yeah.
He's done.
Oh, he's only had 7 wounds?
Yep.
Oh, does he explode? Nope. Nope. He's just a wreck. Off the table with him. And then we've got, well, I can't afford to shoot this guy with too much. So we're going to do the Lord of Virulence into him with his 12-inch range flamer, if it has 12 inches. It does indeed. So 2d6. 8. Oh, that's scary. That could kill it. Oof. I'd rather not, though. That's 6. And these are wounding on, currently battle around 4, so I have 9-inch ore. So I believe the Demon Prince, oh, it doesn't matter, there's no 3s anyways. Re-rolling, well now there's a 3. Actually it'd be 3s anyways, it's strength 5. So you have 6 saves at -1. Or plus, he should only have 1 wound left after this. If I screwed this up, oh, he's dead. I screwed that up big time. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't expect that stupid, man. Bad rolling, Dean. Bad rolling.
Oh, on your part.
Damn. That is bad rolling, yes. I didn't need to. I could have just gone in with the Demon Prince and killed him. What's the Demon Prince's charge? Yeah, he would have made it. The Demon Prince would have charged, gone on the objective for the win, but I think we're still okay. We have no more shooting to, we have him firing up at those nasty dudes, the long fangs. I'll re-roll it for the upgrade, still 2, okay. 3s, both wound at -3, so they have 5 ups. 5 up saves, kills 2.
Kills 2.
All right, so pack leader in the last cannon, I assume. Boop, boop. This squad of Plague Marines that can fire up there as well, they did not advance. The plasma gun is within 12. So we're gonna fire, we'll supercharge it as well, I guess, because I don't care if he dies. We have a hit, we have a wound, -3, so they have 5 up again. That is a 4, so one of them dies. And then we have the Melta-gun that's in range. 2 to wound, you have a 6 up save. Nope, well, might not kill a guy, it does. And then we have a singular bolt gun. Both hit, no wound. Advanced and the Melta-gun's too far away, so I can't fire them. Everything else advanced over here. We have them putting their flamers into them. They're gonna have cover though. 2d6 automatic hits. It's 7. What a surprise. So these wound on 5s. Actually, no, 4s, because you're down to T3. So we have 6 2-up saves. Nope, no damage.
Nope.
Well, that'll be it for shooting. Charging. Boom. Would you like to Overwatch and get? You can either choose to Overwatch on a 5-up or get. You already have +1 hit in combat.
Yeah.
They'll Overwatch. They're behind a wall, so they can claim. Neither I think it's set to defend or hold steady. It's one of the two. I can never remember, but they're Overwatching on a 5-up. 1 command point left after the Overwatch.
5s.
4 hits. No, CP or the Overwatch give 1 more hit for the thing, and then 5s to wound. The terrain trait. 1 wound. We're good. Charge distance will be 6. Because they're behind the wall, I just charge the wall to fight them. But they get heavy cover.
Yeah.
So they'll have a +1 to their save as I fight. Come on now, get in there, buddy. Then I'm a fool and left myself no targets over here, so I'm going to have to work a little bit harder at this. And we're going to go with the bloat drone charging. I wonder. Charging both. Gets to go 6. He's got fly. He can charge over. Buzz,
Turn
buzz,
around.
buzz, 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 buzz. Oh, actually, I kind of screwed that one up because I forgot this guy's actually going to live. So I can't actually, no, this works. This works. So we'll go here. We'll land within 1 inch of both of them, and then that's where we'll end up. All right, we're going to fight here first, I guess. We'll put all attacks from the flesh mower into the bike because that's all I care about killing. These 4 miss, that's average, and then these are, you're down at, I'm strength 7, you're down at T4, so 3s, 1 fail, so we have 7 wounding hits. 5 ups.
Papa Nurgle is looking down on you.
Lots of 7s coming up. That bike is dead.
Dead.
And we're gonna consolidate. Oh, I nudged you a little bit. The plan was to go closer to him. Oh, I can't do it. Maybe. Let's see. Is that one? We get engaging them, and we stay near the rhino just so that they can't do anything too fancy on the next turn. Trying to keep them stuck there. And then that is it for my fights over here. I have fights over there. 9 attacks between the two of them, hitting on 3s because I'm -1 to hit with this weapon. And then these are 2s to wound. So these are -3, but you have heavy cover.
Yeah.
So 5 ups. 5 plus saves.
Come on.
You make 2, 3 die. You, and you.
Yep.
And
Give
then
me my chainsword.
they can fight back.
Yep.
I do not get heavy cover because I charge this turn.
Yep.
But they will fight back in their space wolves, so they get an additional +1 to hit.
Yeah. Do the chainsword first.
Yeah. 5 attacks with the chainsword. It's a pack leader that got charged with the chainsword. They'll hit.
Yep.
Because he's got +1 hit as a space wolf. 5s to wound. And it's 3 of them.
3 wounds.
These are -2 AP.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a dead Terminator. And because of Savage Fury, there was a 6 to hit, which also wounds. 3 up. No more damage. Okay, still 2 damage though. And then we have the regular guy who has 3 attacks. 2s to hit. He actually has 3 hits because of the 6. You don't have to roll, you just get it. Yeah. And then 5s to wound with AP 1, as he has no real fancy weapon. 1. I take damage.
Yep.
I'll kill you off and put a wound on my champion.
Champion.
Leaving him with 2 moves left. So they cut down 3, they cut down 1 of them.
From the.
And we got the Razorback that gets 4 attacks
Oh, yes.
because I charged him. Nope.
Nope. The sergeant's still there, so that's.
It should be, 5, 7 attacks.
Yeah.
From the Eradicators. And 6s are good. No 6s, but 2s hit. And it'd be 5s to wound. We have, oh wow, 2. 4
What's
saves. I take 2. I'll have 2 left. Very nice, very nice. Okay, that's the end of my turn. These intercessors could fail a morale check on because they lost 3 guys. I think their leadership 8. So on a 6 they run? No, not a 1. Definitely not a 1. That is the end of my turn 4. It's going to go to turn 4 for the Wolves. Turn 4. Gaining a command point. We're both at 2. Still 1-0. In the command phase, there is nothing near the objective as I was able to kill it all off. So no scoring for the Wolves as they are failing to secure it this turn. And there's only 1 freaking battle round left after this. Oh, the Longfangs might run away.
Oh, yeah.
I did kill 4 of them. And, oh, that guy's gone.
Yep.
Boop. These Eradicators are going to fall back in this direction because Dean is hoping to win the roll-off again for the objective, and it'll deviate somewhere over here, I suppose. Boop.
Okay.
I just want to stay like far away from my guys getting them too, because that's a little too close because I can move over there and charge. So that's it. We're going to stay in combat and fire las cannons on 4s. That is a hit and a wound on a 3. You could re-roll the hit if you wanted to, or just the 3 to wound. It's up to you. That's a wound.
Good.
How many demon saves can it make? Oh, that's it. He's pretty much at the end of it there. D6 damage -1. Oh, it's not dead. You could re-roll that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna CP it.
You could re-roll that.
6!
Ah, he is super dead. Does he explode? 4 up. He does. 1 mortal wound to that Razorback. Bye-bye. He survived longer than he probably should have. And we have bolt pistols over here. 2 of them. Oh, they both hit. 5s to wound. AP 1. Ooh.
Oh, both.
I take a damage. We got 1 freaking wound left. Okay.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock. He does get to go first.
Yeah.
Because it's my turn. It's your turn, so I get the non-charge elect. Okay. These hit on 2 3s with a cleave. Oh, only 2 hit. 2 to wound. Both wound. You have 2 5-up saves. 2 5-ups. Oh! They live. You get to fight me back.
Yep.
I'll get my own heavy cover.
Okay.
Unless you want to pile in and this guy, like an execution, I won't get heavy cover against his attacks.
Yeah, I need to pile them in then.
Pack leader with the assassination, no heavy cover. Oh, 2 extra hits. So that plus 1 more die. 5 hits, wounding on 5s. AP 2. Oh gosh, he's so dead. He's for the assassin. Ooh, command point.
Oh!
Yes! Both down to 1, and my Death Shroud are dead. Cool little assassination. He jumps over as he's distracted and just chainsword into the whatever crevice. You could consolidate if you want to, or you just want to stay here safe.
I'm gonna stay there safe-ish.
That's it. They cleared off some of the crap coming towards them. Obviously, I still have a big chunk of my army left, but we have 1 single roll-off as we go on the 5th battle round. This roll-off will detect. This roll-off. The game's going to come down to this.
Allegedly.
That's it. A 4. Ooh, very average of me. 2! Oh, unfortunate. And I'm going to move it 6 inches.
Oh,
Look, it's just going to bloop. Dean's going to drag it over to there. Bloop. right there. And then I'm just gonna, my whole turn is I'm just gonna advance everything on it, all the
I can
troops.
say this game is going to be a draw.
I'll get 2 points at the end.
Oh, shoot, yeah. I lost a win.
I'll get nothing in my hero phase, because
Yes.
nothing's within 3 of it. We already measured that before
Yeah.
we moved it. Not my hero phase, my command phase. You'll get nothing in your command phase. Then at the end of the game, it checks to see whoever controls it.
Oh, that's right.
And then that's 2 points. I will just, there's not enough bullets
in there.
in your list to kill all of my troops that are going to go on there.
Well, I guess that's it. So I'll say GG.
Good game, Dean.
Good game, sir.
Good game. It came down to the awkward left-handed handshake. Well, it comes down to the last roll-off in the open war. To save everyone from watching it, I would just advance. Maybe you would go over here to charge because you don't actually care. Then everything else would just make a circle around it and just hold the middle. And then the package would just drop in the hands of whichever Plague Marine or Poxwalker deems it necessary.
Freaking hell.
Good holding though. That was tight. That's why I didn't want to ban this one because I really like this mission.
Yeah, it was a fun game. It's the first time I played it.
This is definitely. I think it is. It's completely out of everyone's control. The objective. You could have won. You won pretty much every roll off.
Yeah, but
except for the last one.
Yeah, betrayed.
I know the last one. It's just like it's going that way, and then the wind. Whoosh.
If I would have got it, I would have literally moved it to
100%. Yeah, you could have. Well, you got 6. So it would have gone over there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe I could have got to it. But it all would have came down to my advance rolls, and I don't think I would have got it. If you won that roll off for that objective moving, and if you rolled like a double 1 or something, I might have been able to get it.
Yeah.
But if you rolled just that 6, I think I would have lost by 1 point. Actually, 3 points because you would have gone on your last turn.
Exactly.
Actually, maybe I would have actually suggested you just keep everything away from it.
Exactly, yeah.
Not letting me charge.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That would have been game.
Yep.
I would have taken, narratively, I pushed right through the Space Wolf forces, but their only goal was to hold, and that was it. This game. My favorite thing about it is how it ebbed and flows between hold the line and push, hold the line and push. You never know what your role is going to be from turn to turn. Pretty much the whole time it was hold for you.
Yeah.
But it can change between the two of them. Anyways, Dean and I are going to clean up and jump into a post game.
And after this, head on down to the MiniWarGaming Vault and watch the Space Wolves and the Black Templars face off in a Civil War battle report. Of course, if you're not a member, you can always get yourself a 7-day free trial and check out everything the Vault has to offer. The links are down below.
So we tidied up our dice and our gaming utensils, I guess. You can call it, I don't know, I'm lost for words right now. Man, I almost threw that game so hard by shooting this guy's flamer. I wasn't going to shoot anything else, and whatever, I'll do like a little bit of piddly damage with the flamer and then charge him with the Demon Prince. Well, don't I roll perfectly enough to kill you, or should I say you roll poorly enough to let your Psyker die.
Yep.
Which almost cost me the game, but I got lucky in the end, and it came down to the roll-off. Though I'm kind of happy I did it because it made the dramatic effect of it coming down to the roll-off. This was, what did you think of your list? Like, what'd you like about it? What'd you not like about it? What'd you like about the game, and what would you have changed? If you could think of anything like that.
If I could think of anything, I would say, with regards to this list, definitely keep my Blade Guard as, get them in combat faster instead of holding them back so much.
The only downside, I'd say, the Blade Guard are a great choice for Space Wolves. The only downside is they suck against Death Guard.
Exactly, and this is my first time playing Death Guard in month, and I've heard the rumors, and it turned out to be true.
It's just because the Mastercrafted Swords are 2 damage, so you're losing a damage on that. And all the mortal wounds Death Guard could deal kind of go right through the Blade. As we've seen, I didn't even use the Plague Skull. I mockingly rolled it off camera, but I think I got 3 mortal wounds on 4 ups, and I rolled 2 6s, which would have been another 4 mortal, on average 4 mortal wounds for 7 mortal wounds from the relic, which would have been a little ridiculous.
The one thing I did, I forgot to use my Invul Save on my Impulsor.
I never shot it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it against shooting only, or is it everything?
I think it's actually only shooting.
So I beat it up in melee.
Yeah, he did. He destroyed it in melee.
Yeah, the Demon Prince beat him up. The goal was, again, to if the Impulsor could have tied them up, then they wouldn't have been able to get to the objective, but I rolled it really well. The Demon Prince failed saves on the Impulsor. It wasn't likely, but...
My rolling was definitely under average.
Oh, yes. And my saving was well above average on the first roll.
Exactly, and the dice, if you saw I switched halfway through, I switched from the red dice to the white dice, and I still got betrayed.
It wasn't beautiful, no. I made, for whatever reason, this bloat drone over here just fell over dead, even with glowing bloat on him. And the one over there on that flank survived everything. So like in my mind, I guess like he took all the saves from this one.
Pretty much, yeah.
So instead of him dying completely, this one just fell over dead.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like it wasn't like a trick, but it was a way to get the Thunderwolf cavalry over here so then I could charge them.
Exactly.
And try and deal with them.
Yeah.
That worked out. So it was a trade. It was the Thunderwolf cavalry and the blow drone, kind of similar. I think the Thunderwolf cavalry, probably 4 of them are probably like 160 points, I guess. Maybe no, probably like 200. Do you know off the top of your head? I don't actually know off the top of my head. They're like 55 points a model, I think.
Yeah, I think they're under 200 for sure.
For the 4? Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
At least now compared to, I think, 7th or 8th, their Thunderhammers are way cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
It was before they were like 40 points. If they were over still the 40 points, I would not have brought them.
No, I love Thunderwolf Cavalry for Space Wolves. When I play Space Wolves, I like Thunderwolf Cavalry, I like Redemptor Dreadnoughts, and then anything else is just gravy.
Yeah.
Eradicators are cool.
One thing I think I should have done was definitely bring an Iron Priest for my Redemptor.
If you were to do an Iron Priest, I would have brought like a second Redemptor as well, and
Yeah.
I would have made points for that. That way you get a little more value out of him, and you can run both ways.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can make him a Master of the Forge to automatically heal 3.
Exactly, yeah.
All that stuff. And then like Iron Priest for the Space Wolves, they have the Tempestus Hammer, and they have the Hellfrost Pistol, so they have like a little bit better war gear than a regular Tech Marine.
Yeah. But also, we didn't know what the mission was going to be.
Exactly. So I built, like, again, with my Death Guard list, it was I wanted a lot more Terminator. I wanted a Terminator and infantry heavy list with a little bit of support from demonic engines.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to bring the Plague Burst Crawlers because I'm sure everyone at home is tired of seeing them. Literally every Death Guard list has 3 of them in there. They're like the crutch of every Death Guard list. They fire out of line of sight. They are strength 8, flat 2 damage. They're Marine killers.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bring that to this list. I wanted to have more fun and build more Terminators, and they still worked out well because it turned out to be a melee clash right in the middle.
Yeah.
Again, building the list having no idea what the objective is.
Exactly. And I don't play Space Wolves like a traditional Space Wolf player.
Yeah, you have a hybrid list of a lot of heavy fire support.
Exactly. That's the way I tend to play all my armies. I hybridize them.
Yeah, well, like a jack of all. Like you don't. Yeah, like any Marine army should try and skew into shooting because that's one of their
I
strengths.
know a lot of people will be screaming, "Oh, you're not pure. You're not a proper son of Russ." But
No,
that's my choice. I play it like that, and that's fared well. I fared well doing them like that.
I think it's not far off. Like, so when I play Space Wolves, I often have Long Fangs in my list. But I typically run Long Fangs. I typically run the Redemptor Dreadnoughts with the Onslaughts because I love the fire support they provide. The Onslaughts are such a good weapon.
Yeah.
They can deal with most any threat.
If it wasn't for the nerfing of the Wolfen,
I know. Yeah, I don't play Wolfen whatsoever anymore.
I played the Wolfen a lot, and they've definitely been good to me. But in my own personal opinion, I think they should not have been nerfed.
The way I would put it is they're a hell of a lot killier now than they were before.
Yeah.
But they never needed that help.
Exactly.
They killed whatever they touched before. They didn't need to get more killy traits.
Yeah.
They needed to keep their defensive ones.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
they took a pretty big hit because of that.
But that's the thing. I haven't run them in 9th at all.
I haven't either. No.
Yeah. So that's why I'm going more shooty for my wolves and bringing a lot more heavier firepower.
I think you're way better off running Thunderwolf Cavalry as opposed to Wolfen.
Yeah.
Thunderwolf Cavalry advance and charge. They have a 2-up, 4-up. They're T5. They have like a perfect wound characteristic of 4 because 3 damage weapons you feel kind of bad shooting at them, and then 2 damage weapons. It's not that it's just as effective against a 3 wound model. So I like the Thunderwolf Cavalry quite a bit. They're actually one of my favorite. Now I don't like them so much because it's just guys riding wolves. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But they're very good stat wise. So I do like to run them for that.
I mean, I've chased. What's the big knot? The one with the volcano cannon. I've gone blank at the moment.
Oh, the Castellan.
Yes, I've chased him around the board, and they were tanking all the shots from it, and eventually they went down due to stomping.
Yeah.
The player was terrified of them.
It just shields up, right? Shields
much.
up, deflecting all those shots.
Yep.
Exactly. I love Thunderwolf Cavalry. Squad of 6. I like to run. If I have the points, I run a squad of 6, and then I'll
Maybe Herald with them.
and I'll have a Psyker give them like turn 1, -1 to hit, bonus to their cover save, so they can actually benefit from cover as
But
well
I
as all
think
the
go with the
dreadnoughts.
Wolfenstone as well.
Yeah, give them more attacks and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, like you really skew into it. And I just love. And then you just have a Wolf Lord running around a Thunderwolf if you really want it. I love Space Wolves. I could play them all day. But I typically only have one build. It's just Long Fangs that are in Deep Strike, and then Thunderwolf and Redemptors to carry me up the middle.
Yeah, but I think with the Long Fangs, a lot of people bring the Wolfguard Terminator. at the moment. That's like
Yeah.
the stock standard you've got to bring with him. but
Right,
I don't
yeah.
have the model.
Oh, you don't have a Wolfguard Terminator?
I've got Wolfguard Terminators.
Okay.
But they're melee built.
Ah, okay. I think if you are gonna add a Wolfguard Terminator, you want to do like a Storm Shield Combi Plasma.
I was thinking Storm Shield Combi Plasma
Or
or Storm
Combi
Shield
Melta.
Storm Bolter with the rocket, with the missile launcher.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
At least that way you can still do long range.
It's like all the fire, yeah. Because
Yeah.
like I like to do all multi-meltas, and then like they do Cunning of the Wolf.
Yeah.
They show up from a battlefield edge. You ignore all modifiers and just delete something.
One thing I would say would be awesome, if they could do it, is give the long fangs like slimmed down Hellfrost.
Oh, like a different health, like a heavy Hellfrost
Yeah,
weapon.
so they'll get everything else, but then you give
Right.
the option of a slimmed down Hellfrost.
I wonder what that would look like. 'Cause I don't think they've ever had a Hellfrost weapon. The only Hellfrost weapons I've seen Space Wolves have are on the Stormwolf and the other one,
The Stormfang.
the Stormfang, and it's just a very heavy version of it, and the transport.
But no,
the
but
lighter
also
version.
they've got the
Hellfrost pistol, too.
Yes, they've got it's a Land Raider build where you can actually put a Hellfrost on it.
Yes, yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
true too. Yeah,
I think
it's the same Hellfrost as the transport flyer.
yes,
though.
it is.
Yeah.
So they just took that and popped in the front with I think it's with 4 las or 2 las on it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I think the idea there would be because it's a twin Hellfrost Destructor, I believe it's called. I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
On the transport, and you would just take like each long thing would have one of that, not the twin version. That'd be kind of cool. I can't remember the profile on it, but it's got the dispersed and focused profile,
Yeah.
so it has some flexibility in what it shoots at.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But like I said, Land Raiders aren't the best at the moment.
not
They
really.
haven't been the best for a while.
For a long time.
For a long time.
I run them for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to shout out to a Land Raider every now and then. Land Raiders used to be good.
Yeah, the only reason I like to run a Land Raider is if I put my Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators in them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. That or if I ever do that, I actually run the Flyer or a Land Raider.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Flyer just because they can carry a lot, and or a Crusader. But Crusaders are cool. I don't know. It's all kind of cool.
They've all got their pros and cons.
Exactly. Yeah. They're just a little too costly. Now, obviously, if a Land Raider Crusader was 10 points, it'd be busted. It'd be completely overpowered, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So it's like it all depends on the points. It's just a little too steep in points. They even reduced it, but it needs a little bit more. It feels a weird roll, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Just going back to your army, though, the toughness and your dice rolls just ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. I love this Death Guard build. This was it was like I said, it was a melee focused infantry build, but every Death Guard list has like a pseudo melee focus to it, minus the Plague Burst Crawler support. I think the Mephitic Blight Haulers are a great choice for any Death Guard army. I'd run 3 if I had them. I only have 2 of my own though.
Yeah.
The studio's got 3, but I like to run mine. I painted them up, so I might as well use them.
Yeah.
Just the with the buff to the multi meltas and the buff to all demon engines, getting +1 to hit, they're amazing. There's a stratagem I never got to use because it never came up, but it's an interesting interaction. Because of the multi-melta meta in a lot of cases, it's such a hard counter to it. So at the start of your shooting phase, the opponent's shooting phase, they belch out fumes.
Yeah.
And anytime you go to shoot at them, one of your attacks automatically miss.
It makes sense if you look at it lore-wise.
Yeah.
Because the Death Guard are constantly like surrounded by
Right.
miasma and giant insects and stuff, so it makes sense.
So like your Razorbacks with twin las cannons, they only ever get 1 shot.
Exactly.
So they're 2 shots. The 1 shot always misses. Multi-meltas only get 1 shot.
Yeah.
Heavy bolters are 2 shots. It's very powerful against the right build.
I think also maybe what I should have brought, because you said like the one damage weapons, maybe
Much better against me.
yeah, I would probably have said maybe instead of the las or bring another 2 Razorbacks in.
Twin assault cannons.
Twin assault cannons.
Or twin assault cannons tear Death Guard to
Yeah,
pieces.
I think that would've
especially in the first turn.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think I should have done something along those lines.
It's just like that's the difficulty. Like when it comes to building Marines, historically, a Marine list can handle any enemy as long as it brings the right amount of heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Right. But you never know because you never build your list before. You just build your list and you just hope that that's enough.
Exactly.
It's a little bit more relevant in 7th edition or Horus Heresy, where the game really comes down to what heavy weapons you brought and the amount of them. If you bring too much, it's overkill and you won't have enough to deal
Yeah.
with the infantry and the scoring. But if you bring just enough, you'll probably win the game. Whoever brings the perfect amount of heavy weapons will usually win that game.
Yeah, I normally go with definitely the most high output and high damage heavy weapons.
Well, I'm a big. See, I think.
And I go for range. That's my
Right.
thing. I want to keep people at an arm's length so I can actually pop them much sooner than anything else.
I like because you have the onslaught. You have the long fangs. You have the eradicators. Maybe like 1 Razorback would be twin assault. 1 could be las cannon.
Yeah.
Or like try and fit in a second? Do you have a second Redemptor, or is that the only one you have?
No, I brought my second one, but he is built more along the lines with the Plasma Destructor.
Oh, he's got the plasma gun.
He's got the Plasma and the Flamer.
Okay.
When I build my mold,
You want one of each?
I want one of each,
Yeah.
but also I'm want to try and magnetize a bit more now.
Yes,
Just to like
yes.
save a bit. But also I think maybe a gladiator could work as well. The gladiator with the assault cannons.
I've actually never seen them really used. I've seen them in one game, and I was kind of a jerk, and I said, I don't know what that does, I'm just going to kill it. So I just killed it right away.
It's the new model syndrome.
Yeah.
That's the shiniest thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. You painted that nicely. I'm taking him off the board.
It's like, that thing looks like it's got a lot of guns. I'm just going to put all my heavy weapons in it. Oh, I got it. I don't have to worry. I don't have to ask what it does.
Exactly. That's the one thing. You always target what you think is the most dangerous.
Yeah.
What I also possibly thinking of probably either eliminators. That could have helped also.
Oh, the sniper
The
guys?
snipers, because if I could have popped them anywhere on the board, and then I could have targeted your characters.
Yeah, you can kill off some of the characters.
Yeah.
Like that guy ran around, did a bunch of mortal wounds.
Yeah.
The Demon Prince, the thing is, I had a lot of bodyguards, so the
Yeah.
bodyguard does counteract that. Bodyguard, right now, iffy on the rule. Bodyguard's a little over. Bodyguard, they need to rework Bodyguard at some point. Bodyguard's a little too easy. Like, I didn't do it this game, thankfully, but you could do real janky things. Like, you could have your Demon Prince right here, and then have my bodyguard hiding behind this ruin, and no one can shoot him.
Yeah.
And you can't see them to
Unless
shoot them.
there's I think a Vindicator assassin.
No, even Vindicator doesn't
Really?
trump that either.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you didn't bring Mortarion.
Whatever. Like he's okay, but like he's fun for me to use. But I have just as much fun running more like melee guys. And I know my opponents don't typically like Mortarion. And I know people don't like watching him being played.
Yeah.
Because they see him all the time.
Exactly.
Literally every Death Guard player out there wants to play with Mortarion. He is a Primarch. Why would you not?
You have your Primarch, exactly.
You have your
Same with
Primarch.
1,000 Suns.
Exactly.
Even if
Yeah.
your psychic phase takes an hour and a half.
Well, so I look at it like 30K. Everyone wants to run their Primarchs in 30K. So it's kind of the same deal in 40K. If you have your Primarch, of course you're going to want to run
I mean,
them.
I've got Lehman, but he's not in 40k.
Exactly. All right, Lehman Russ is a great example. I highly doubt, if I'm playing like a 2,500 point game of Horus Heresy or more, Lehman Russ will be in every list. I don't care what anyone
Of course,
says.
he tanks every single Primarch according to
He's super
an
good.
article I read, yeah.
Oh, Lehman Russ is one of the best Primarch fighters. Yeah,
Exactly.
he would lose against a couple of the, he would lose against Horus if Horus, that's a dicey one.
Yeah.
And then the rest are whatever. Lehman Russ is just super good at fighting Primarchs because all Primarchs hit him on 5s.
Exactly.
And except for the Lion, who can only ever hit on 4s.
Well, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
'Cause it's the lion.
It's the
and
lion.
That's a very touchy subject.
It's
We do not
very
speak
touchy. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's it's you don't. Yeah, you're right. You don't talk about that one too
Yeah.
much. But I love the line. And then you're right though. Thousand Suns. I don't know if Ultramarines like to run Gilliman a lot, but I would. I'd have a lot of fun
Well,
running him a lot.
since Gilliman's gun line isn't as good as it used to
yeah.
be,
Yeah.
I think they not bringing Gilly as much anymore.
I think they need to rework his rules a little bit.
They need to, because like before, when you had the ultra gun line or the ultra parking lot,
Yeah.
it's just
It was boring. Low interaction.
It's Ultramarines. They're the best at everything.
Well,
Regardless.
you would want the Ultramarines to ideally fight as their doctrines decree, right? You want them to annihilate, cripple the enemy with heavy weapons on turn 1, establish where they want to be on turn 2, and then hold it with melee on turn 3.
Exactly.
But they don't want to be deployed here, right? They want to be the entire half.
You better,
holding the
exactly.
line.
You want a full like proper army lineup across the board. They literally come at us, bro.
Exactly, and then Gilliman right in the middle, leading with ideally more creative rules than reroll hit rolls and wound rolls, because they can they designed Mortarion, they designed Magnus, they have fun, unique rules. They took Warlord traits to really, but they're kind of selfish Primarchs, so they don't help their Legion that much.
Hence why it was Gilliman House more.
Exactly.
Loyalist traitor.
Exactly. The traitor Primarchs are more selfish, and they can act independently very well on their own. Whereas if you catch Gilliman out on his own, he'll probably die of mortal wounds.
But he can still come back at least.
He can come back at least, yeah. But he's very weak to mortal wounds, whereas the other Primarchs have a lot more resilience
Well,
against
yeah,
mortal
unless
wounds.
they put into, it's going to be absolute heresy.
Ooh.
If they made it like when the Ultramarines supplement drops, Yvrain can be brought with him.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Liz brings the Eldar girlfriend with him.
Little bit of options there. Heresy. Anyways, folks, that's it for this game here. We're going to tidy up a little bit more. Thank you, Dean, for coming in
No
for
problem.
some Warhammer 40k action. I do appreciate Open War. It changes it up from all the Eternal War missions. Now, I do like the Eternal War missions. It's just sometimes you need variety, especially when you play a lot of Warhammer 40k like I do. Yes. Anyways, folks, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in. Leave some feedback down below what you thought about the game. If you forgot anything, well,
Maybe a lot.
Maybe a lot, you never know. Please let us know down below. It's the best way to remember. And we'll see you next time for some more Warhammer 40k action. Happy wargaming.